Oh, yeah. Oh, it's if I hit this. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Android App Addicts, episode 611. Gotta say, thanks to everyone for their support and everyone for their patience with us and doing really good here. We are brought this week by Simon, thanks to our Patreon. If you want to know more about that, it's very easy. Just patreon.com/Android App Addicts. While I had myself talking in my ear, and it was really, really confusing. Speaking of really confusing, we're joined this week by Ivor. How's everything on?
I'm great, Dor. Thank you very much. We've had some fantastic weather down here at the other end of the planet. Actually, I've been doing a little bit of research into my family history, and I discovered a link that's, well, not quite between this country and you and me. So what I mean is, back in 1944, I discovered that my mother was married to a U.S. Marine. He was in the 2nd Infantry Division of the U.S. Marine Corps. He was a cook, and he was wounded in the Marianas campaign, got a Purple Heart, went back to America. Now, he actually got my mother pregnant with a child, and they ultimately ended up getting divorced. He never came back to New Zealand after being posted in the US, but he came from Pennsylvania, and I looked up the distance between his house where he lived, because it gives all the address records of people who've received a Purple Heart, because they get notified in the newspaper, and it gives the parents' address of the person who was wounded or received the Purple Heart. And so I gave this guy's father's address, and it was in DeQuesne in Pennsylvania, which is like a 200-mile drive from where you are right now.
Gotcha.
So there you go. History.
Well, I was going to
links
guess
us together.
It was going to be Intercourse, Pennsylvania, but that's just me.
Intercourse, Pennsylvania.
Oh, yeah,
Actually, I looked it up on Google Maps, and it's a shithole right now.
Of course it is.
It's got no windows. It's falling apart.
Most of Pennsylvania is it's because like that's an example of one of the states that the government is just all over the place. Their roads are horrible. Their taxes are ridiculous. Their control is like a tight grip around your neck kind of thing. Yeah, not a fun state to live in.
Yeah, and it was nice of him to just abandon my mother and her child.
Well,
when he was 2 years old.
An American Marine, from my experience, that's almost par for the course. Yeah. No offense to any Marines out there, because you're a Marine.
Anyway, if he hadn't done that, I would. She wouldn't have met my father, and they would never have got married, and I wouldn't be here.
There you go. There you go. Interesting. And I'll say the weather here did break as well. We finally weren't 100 degrees every day. And speaking about not 100 degrees every day, how's everything on there, Josh?
I am doing all right, Dor. I'm coming down from a fairly stressful day. But on brighter news, I've sold my first pack of freeze-dried mangoes.
Ooh.
Via Noster. Well, I set up. All right, here we go. We'll get a little bit nerdy. I have the Umbro server running, which I've mentioned before, and it's on a mini PC that I bought. And Umbro is kind of a one-click install for. You can put Plex on there, but I'm using it also as a Bitcoin node. And one of the apps you can put on is called BTC Pay Server. And it creates a point of sale in order to accept Bitcoin and Lightning payments. And so I've been trying to set up, I haven't really been trying, but I wanted to set up a website. And so I ended up using an HTML index page hosted on my P Cloud. So it's just a static on my cloud storage, and then this BTC Pay server, you can have an iframe,
Right.
and just put it into that HTML. And now I've got, I mean, it's not the world's greatest site, but it's up and running, and it's running from my office and accepting Bitcoin payments. So it took me a while to get it all sorted, but I think it's a pretty logical solution now at this point. So I just sent out a 5-pack of freeze-dried mangoes to some random location in Manitoba.
Hey, first goal is just get it to work. After that, you can worry about other stuff.
Well, exactly. And I mean, as far as like going with businesses, and you just kind of have to start getting out there and actually selling something instead of worrying about all the minutia and the other details and trying to make things perfect.
Right. That can come later. First, just make money.
Well, and the thing is, on Nostr, there are several people that are doing really well with selling. There's a guy that sells wine, a guy that sells soap, and they can't stay in stock. Like the wine guy, I think he's got a pretty professional business going on. But the other ones are starting too. And there's another guy, Oshi, who I bought there's some date bars basically, and some pecan nut butter, and he can't stay in stock either. And they're only accepting Bitcoin and pretty much only advertising, I think, on Nostr. So there's a way.
Right.
Well, so how much does a freeze-dried bag of mangoes cost you?
Well, I had to put the price up just because from the time that I had checked on posting, because I just include the posting in the price, but it went up a third, I think, or half again. And so I put it up to 30,000 Satoshis for five bags that are, I mean, they're a good snack size, a couple snack sizes. So this one ended up being about $40 Canadian with shipping, but then the shipping ended up being like 18 or 19 bucks. So yeah. It's cheaper to ship from Canada to the United States than it is to ship within Canada. So that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It cost $2.90 for a stamp here, for an internal stamp, for an inland stamp. Now, if I want to send something to the UK, it costs me $3.10.
Wow. $2.90 for a stamp.
Yep. There used to be 25 cents.
So you're saying I'm in the wrong business.
Saying I'm an old man. We need to decentralize the post office.
We need to get rid of the post office.
Exactly.
Private companies do it for much less. Just saying. Oh wait, that's what she said last night. Speaking of dried mangoes or whatever, the wife, and this is an Android, and we're gonna get over this any second, but the wife just had a birthday. For her birthday, she asked for a Ninja Creamy. She's in the middle of trying to lose weight, and she asked for a Ninja Creamy for her birthday. Okay. The reason is she said she saw a whole bunch of people online, of course, on Facebook Reels or something, showing you how to do the normal recipes for that, but make it more healthy by using, instead of whole milk or cream cheese, by using Fairlife or like Atkins type protein drinks, and then switching the cream cheese out for like sugar-free vanilla pudding and stuff like that. But the one thing she made was literally just pineapple chunks thrown in there, orange juice, put it in the freezer, let it freeze, then put it in the machine, and it basically grinded it up kind of thing. And it was so smooth, it's like sorbet banging. So at least now we know like what's in the stuff. directly that, consuming. Whether or not it's healthier is, I don't know. Not really sure. And I
found
don't
a
know.
great I found a great bagel recipe though. My wife did. She found this recipe which was a pottle of cream cheese. No, not cream cheese. Cottage cheese with a cup of flour and a teaspoon of baking powder. Mix it into a dough. Form them into bagels. Put them in the air fryer for 20 minutes, and they are perfect bagels. They taste exactly like bagels, and it's just cottage cheese with a bit of flour, maybe a bit of salt, but you can get different flavored cottage cheese, like with chives or garlic or whatever. You could have different flavored bagels. So yeah, those are great. You might want to try those.
Yeah. So I was thinking you were selling the dried things. Maybe I could get a freeze dried thing. I think I'd have to hydrate it because it definitely wants you to not put like nuts in there or like, whole fruits kind of thing. So I think I'd have to get the fruits for you if I could buy them and have them hydrated, and then throw them in the thing and then freeze them and then.
You're basically reversing the process I'm doing.
I know. Yes, but you're making money off of it.
Well, not really.
Well, that's not my fault. I'm trying my best.
3 days to make a batch.
Yeah, I know exactly. I'm trying to, but I mean, if you want to order some dough, I'll ship them down to you.
I'll definitely push it on her. Not that she ever listens to me.
I mean, like the mangoes, for instance, are just mango. So it's and they're delicious. Everybody loves them.
Yeah, and that was another recipe she saw. It was mangoes, grapes, and I can't remember what it was. I want to say Sprite, like caffeine-free diet Sprite, and mix that up. It was weird. I digress. Except for all that, I was asking in general, how has your guys' weeks have been? Is there any technology, Android, mobile type stuff across your scene?
Nothing here, I'm afraid, Door. But I have had a great week. It's been really good.
That's good.
I have no scene, so not here either.
Yeah. The wife asked me if I was thinking about getting a new phone, and I got to be nice to her. Like, well, it seems like it's working okay. So and I have a Pixel 6a. She said she wants to buy me, and I'm going to guess it's a case that's going to make my phone then be able to do wireless charging. I don't know why she thinks I would want wireless charging. I don't know. But hey, if it makes her happy, yeah, sure. Yeah, I got wireless charging. Yeah.
Well, how does that even work? I mean, does that take the charging port out of play? It must plug into the charging port.
I'm sure it does. Yes. I'm sure it plugs into the USB-C on the bottom, has like a little key, like charger pad on the back, and voila, it can wireless.
I had a charging pad that had a fan built into it, so it cooled the phone down while it was charging. It was great.
Yeah, some of them you better have a fan in it or else, because one of the side effects is wireless charging cannot charge as fast as any wired charge, period. And part of the reason is you lose some of the power of the charge just from the heat that's produced, and sometimes that heat is a hell of a lot of heat. Yeah.
Although be careful when charging devices, especially if you're putting them on your bed. As a lady in the UK discovered, I was sent around a news article on our SimpleX chat, which we're using a bit more nowadays since Josh bought that last week. Thank you, Josh. Quite a cool little app that I like it. But yeah, there's an article there about how this woman was charging her HTC. No, it was an HTC charger, but it was an LG phone. And this was about 4 or 5 years ago, I think, and basically burned the house down, cost her £100,000 to get it fixed. And it turns out it all came from the LG phone. So we've got an old LG phone there, but she was charging it on her sofa. And I'm always telling my kids, don't charge your devices on your bed. Put them on a hard device that has some ventilation around it, so you don't end up with the temperature spikes and all sorts of problems that might result from the battery swelling up and exploding on your bed. So yeah, but they always ignore me and charge their stuff on their bed anyway. So
I was
going to die in a fire one day.
I literally didn't want to interrupt you because I wanted to say, wait, they listen to you?
No.
Don't be silly.
No, don't be silly. No.
Yeah, because my kids, actually all three of them definitely charge stuff while they're in bed. And I know for a fact 2 of them have it basically just sitting like right next to them on their pillow kind of thing.
Yeah. Other rule we have is no wires in the bathtub.
No toasters in the bathtub.
It came as a shock to my daughter when I said, "You're not taking those headphones with wires into the bathtub.
Yeah, no.
You use Bluetooth in the bathtub." She couldn't understand why.
Well, she would only have to learn once.
Yeah, well, there was a case of a girl, I think in America, who was charging her iPhone in the bath and dropped the iPhone in the bath and died very quickly afterwards. So it is a dangerous thing.
It is a dangerous thing, but also though, I mean, it's law to be up to code. You have to have
EFI.
GCFI, ground circuit fault interrupter. Outlets.
We call it RCD, residual current detector.
Yeah, and so if it does get wet, those have to be around anywhere where there's water, in kitchen, bathroom, outside,
outdoors.
Yeah, outdoors.
Yeah,
and so
obviously this was not compliant with those rules,
or using an extension cord from a different plug.
Yes, she would have been using an extension cord, I imagine. Yeah,
right, or just a very old house that was grandfathered into being allowed.
Anyway, I mean, it's tragic. Like that's, man.
My wife would just say that's a winner of a Darwin Award.
Yeah. And am I the only one that doesn't? I don't even charge my phone in my room. I don't have it in
same here.
My room. It's in the kitchen. Wow, that was loud.
I know. I thought I did it. It was so loud.
Was that you? That must have been you. Who was that?
Wasn't me.
If it was me, I swear I didn't touch it and it just did it.
I don't think it was me.
That's what she said last night. Well, let me look at my. Oh, it's my waveform. I can see a little activity there. So yeah, it could have been me. I don't know how. I blame Obama. Thanks, Obama. Okay. And then I'll just put it like this on other mobile kind of things. Honestly, I looked and I kept looking. And even if I were to turn to the wife and say, "Oh yes, I do need a new phone," there is literally nothing out there that even looks intriguing or interesting or different or desirable. The only feature that they're packing into a phone in the last like 10 months is packing AI something into a phone.
Yep.
I don't want that. I'm not an idiot. I mean, I'm certainly an idiot, but not that kind of an idiot. I do use AI, but it's very small, very precise, very targeted kind of thing. It's like, for instance, what are the optimal settings on my Bamboo A1 mini printer when I use wood PLA filament and I want to stop stringing? I put all that in, and then it gives me like 12 different settings to change on my printer. I'm lazy. I changed like 6, and it seems to work. Stringing gone. Yeah,
it is handy sometimes.
I'm
not totally opposed to it.
It's just a tool. It is what it is. You can use it for do something constructive, or you could try to make AI porn. It's up to you.
Well, that's constructive too, isn't it? I mean,
sure. Yeah. Okay. And I'll say, we do have, like Android updates coming down, rolling down, a lot of Samsung updates coming down, rolling down, changing interfaces, the One UI kind of thing. The wife has a Samsung phone, and woo, man, she was really mad. In the last month and a half, she got an update the phone rebooted, and instead of the phone doing the right thing, which in modern terms it's called onboarding, to onboard her to the new interface to say, hey, you've been updated, this has changed and this has changed. To learn more, click here. No. Just here's an update and then figure it out yourself. Kind of thing. So yeah, she was not happy at all. So yeah, she had to like hand me her phone and say, here, I can't get to my notification thing. Change it back. So of course I just went into the settings, notification, one UI, set the default. There, done. And then we got takeout food.
As far as technology, I've switched. I'm off of Firefox. Using Brave again. I don't know. Firefox it's gotten so slow. It's hard. It's difficult to use.
Yeah, I've locked my Firefox down and it can't do anything. So I'm getting a bit frustrated with it.
Yeah, I use Firefox for certain tasks, and I use Brave or Vivaldi for other tasks. But yeah.
And which one do you use for AI porn generation?
Firefox, because like where I have it kind of locked down to where I know exactly what's going on. Nothing is being ran. I literally only have, I think, 3 plugins installed, because I think that's one of the key things with Firefox is you can't go plugin crazy or else you'll pay.
Now, Vivaldi, that's an offshoot of Opera, isn't it?
I honestly thought it was a Chromium-based browser.
I think it is. I think Vivaldi is Chromium.
It went almost the opposite way of Brave, where Brave was worrying about ads and that kind of thing, and Vivaldi is trying to be like a work area.
Because I was using Vivaldi for a while. I might go back to it.
It has built-in like email tools and note tools and sharing tools kind of thing.
Yep.
I used that for a while too. Let's maybe look back at that.
Yeah, it's an air quote fine. I want to throw a game out there really quick. And the reason I'm throwing the game out there is it is on mobile and it is on PC. The only reason I like literally stumbled across it was because I found a review that said it was like Gravity Falls crossed with Stardew Valley. Okay. Now I understand. I absolutely swear I understand the percentage of the audience has like no idea what I just said. Okay. But Gravity Falls, put it this way, Gravity Falls is a series. It only went like maybe 5 seasons on Disney. It was the perfect example of a kids show that had adult humor in it that the kids never knew existed, kind of thing. Like for instance, one of the main character is Grunkle Stan, and they call him that because he's a great uncle. Well, I made all my nephews call me Grunkle Steve because I'm grumpy. And so I've been Grunkle Steve because of that show. And they have a lot of very, I'll say, smart premises that happen in that show. It was just funny and fun to watch. And then Stardew Valley is the wholesome, cartoonish style farming simulator crossed with a relationship simulator, crossed with a combat simulator, crossed with a mining simulator, crossed with a fishing simulator. And that, I think, is all of them. So this game is supposed to be the hybrid of those two. On Android, I will say you can download it for free. If you want the full game, it costs $9.99. It does have gamepad controller support, which, in my humble opinion, on a small device, if you do not have gamepad support, the game drops like 20% to 30% of my rating on it. On desktop, I want to say it's like $20. I don't think it had any cross save capability. So if you pick your platform, you got to stick with it. It's just one of those games where if you sit down and play it, you're going to have to devote time, and you're going to have to do a lot of walking around and talking to people and like fetch questing things before you can get into the actual meat of the game, but I just thought, with those two things touted about it, I had to at least give it a shot.
My son is obsessed with Stardew Valley.
Well, you have a really good son there. Just make sure he doesn't come. Just make sure he doesn't make friends with Shane too much.
Okay.
Even though
Shane
can give you a great pickled pepper recipe that speeds you up, it gives you a speed buff. I mean, it's really useful. But yeah,
we all need a speed buff every now and then.
Yeah. Well, and it's a food speed buff. So then if you take the food speed buff and the coffee speed buff, which is a liquid speed buff, because they're different element kind of things, they can stack. So they're even better. As my free printer fails with a nozzle temperature malfunction message.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
You could use some speed booster.
Yeah. So, I mean, the game is completely free on Android to at least download and try. So yeah, if you're bored and have it like 10 minutes, I'll say, to get through the very, very beginning of the game, I'll say sit down and play it. I think you'll be gently shocked about how it's actually like a full-fledged game on mobile instead of a mobile game that sucks that they push towards PC.
Very cool. Looks great.
Yeah, and Captain Zero in the chat he mentioned Flurp, I guess Flurp, and WaterFox as alternatives for browsers.
Can't say I've used WaterFox.
No, I just came across it before and I forgot about it, and so I wanted to look at it.
I used it on mobile, but I didn't know if they had a desktop version. But given it's an offshoot of Firefox, it's pretty much the same.
And I'm just looking at Flurp. I'm not really sure what the draw is, but I like their website.
That's a good start.
That's based on Firefox as well.
Right.
Cool. So just basically come out to the chat and give us ideas. We're here at least twice a year.
And some of us need help finding stuff, is what I'll say.
Well, while we're on the subject of games, I've got a game that I've been playing a wee bit lately, which is unusual for me. I'm not really into games. This one is called Hunter Assassin. And basically what it is the premise is you have to wander around an old warehouse or something. You're an assassin, basically, with a knife, and you have to wander around these different stages and stab people in the back before they see you. It's a great game. I just love wandering around stabbing people in the back. It's really great graphics. I enjoyed the graphics. They're quite well done. So a very professional, sort of polished app here. I'm no good at the game, of course, and I don't last very long, but you can see it's a bit of a puzzle sort of action combination game, which is quite fun. It's rated 3.9 on the Play Store, and let me see,
500 million plus downloads.
500 million plus downloads.
Wow. Wow.
4.0 reviews, rated for 7+. Stabbing people in the back of the head.
So as long as you're 8, it's fine.
7+ these days.
Wait, what
as long as you're 8 years old, that's fine.
Is that what it says?
Yeah, rated 7+.
That's interesting. Here it's 10+.
Oh, okay.
Here it probably says E for everybody.
Well, this one says E for everyone 10+.
Okay.
Mild violence in game purchases.
Yeah. Here, everyone 10+, mild violence.
I guess people down in New Zealand, they're a little more mature.
We're a bit tougher.
You can go around stabbing people in the back when you're 7. You have to wait till you're 10 here.
It's a normal Friday night for us.
That's right. When you're down at the pub. I was down at my local and stabbed him in the back.
Well,
and Johnny, it's time to go to bed. It's past 7.
Yeah. Like, one thing I'll say about the Play Store is it is under constant evolution and change. When it stops changing, then you know Android's dead and they gave up on it. Okay. But one thing that I noticed now is that they have active like tags right below the description on some things. So now with this game, it says action, casual, single player, stylized, battling, weapons, and gun. To the audio listener, basically it looks like top down old school GTA, very, very, very top down. And by puzzles means you have to take down the right people in the right way, in the right order, or else.
Yep.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
And there's a few ads, but
well, you know,
yeah,
yeah, it's what I would call like a tactical strategy shooter and stabber. Very cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know that
Josh,
I'm doing many.
Have you been playing any games?
No, no, the game of life.
Game of life.
But I did.
So you're losing. Got it.
Yeah, absolutely. Mer, mer, mer. Now this is maybe the only thing that I might scrounge up one more app here while we're, because I never listen to you guys. I'm just scrolling on my phone.
I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah. I put a new launcher on my graphene phone, and it's called O Launcher Minimal AF Launcher by Digital Minimalism, which I quite like that name.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got 4.9 reviews out of 54.4 thousand and 1 million plus downloads. And this one's E for everyone. There's not a lot of stabbings or shootings or anything else, but it's just a home screen, and then you can pick up to 8 apps that you put that you can put in just words, it's just text, and then it's just all black, or you can set it to put a new background image every day. And then you just scroll up from the bottom and it just lists all the apps. There are no icons. And it's a good way to not just look at your phone and feel obligated to push a button.
Right. And I would think, because I don't want to, and it says it is a minimalist, I'll say it's a efficient looking launcher. So it should be extremely light on resources. So it should be snappy,
which is good for Pixel 6a at this point.
Yeah. Well, and I'll say it has two great things in the data safety category. No data is shared with third parties and no data is collected. It's hard to beat that combination right there.
And there's no...
Is it open source?
You know what? There's another one on F-Droid, but I'm not sure if it was the same one. It had a different logo, I think. So yeah, I think I looked at it. I can't even remember.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, can't tell in a couple seconds, but I'll say this. I do like the idea of minimalistic interfaces. It's just a question of like, which one am I going to run today? Because I kind of go through them. And I did share on AAA Voxer chat, and I'll try to find a link to it and make sure it's in the notes, to basically a home screen launcher like database, where it had a list of basically, I don't want to say every home screen launcher, but a lot of them. And it gave features on them, low on resources. Well, is the app drawer vertical? Is it customizable? And it, like all kinds of different little settings. And I just glanced through it, and it did list most launchers I'm aware of, is what I'll say. And a lot that I'm not aware of, is what I'll say. So yeah, I like the idea of changing launches around just to keep me occupied. But only 8 apps? I don't know if 8 apps is enough.
Well, I mean, it doesn't delete all the rest of your apps. You just have to.
I know, but like my mom would say, I'm a floozy when it comes to this because
So I did find it on.
Sorry, go.
I was gonna say I did find it on GitHub. It's under a different name, Tanuj Notes or something. But the link goes to the same Google Play, and then so it's on F-Droid as well under that same.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I gave up on launchers. Well, I used Nova Launcher forever, and then I stopped when I got my Asus, and just because I found the home launcher was just as good, and didn't really do any more than what Nova Launcher was doing for me, and I haven't really bothered going anywhere else with any other launchers since then. The Xiaomi launcher is great, does everything I want it to do.
Yeah, I will say I became launcher lazy. I really only need a button to launch an app or a way to look at my apps and say, oh, run that.
Well, I think the most useless kind of app is the wheel app where you have to swipe from the side and it opens up a wheel and you've got different most used apps and all that sort of bollocks. But just click on the button. Just click on the button on the screen. That's all you need to do. You don't need to open wheels and side swipe and hold your phone upside down. And
this coming from the guy that had a camera that pivoted on his phone.
I knew you were going to say that.
Well, it's selective.
That's different. That's hardware.
Yeah. Well, and we all have a selective OCD about certain things.
Exactly.
We just have to pick our poison, if you will. Do some copying and some pasting. For a change, I'll make sure I have at least a couple links in the notes. The next thing I'm going to bring, it comes again with a caveat, with a warning, with a disclaimer kind of thing. If you're a single male, this app is useless. Well, it's mostly useless. If you have a family and you're the only one that will use this app, it's again a little kind of useless. Otherwise, I think it's a great app. And I like the idea of it. And the website is very easy. It is simply just grocy.info. Grocery.info, grocy.info. And you do have to install a server somewhere. Okay. It's a self-hosted solution. That's why if more than one person in your house uses it, you can all connect to the same server, keep everything synced kind of thing. And then you have desktop interfaces to it and Android interfaces to it. And it's basically a web-based self-hosted grocery and household management solution for your home. Open source, built with passion is what they say. And again, they have a app store app and a Android app. Very easy to basically log in, set up your things, make like a grocery list, and then you can, after the fact, put in information about it, that you bought it, how much you bought it for, if you want to put in those kind of details, and then give any approximate when you think you're going to need it again. And then it will pop up at that point in time to where you can adjust it to be sooner or later and have a better idea of when things are going to start running out, when you're going to start to need stuff. It's basically like inventory management. And I say that writing a couple inventory management applications from scratch. So you can order things, back order things, learn the how fast you go through things, so you can have a just-in-time inventory set up to where you can keep things up to date. I wish anyone in my house would use this except for me. Even though I'm the guy that goes shopping, basically. That's okay. I don't mind going shopping. I like going shopping.
One thing I love is it's got this manage your batteries function. If you scroll down the webpage a bit, you can enter when your batteries were last charged. And I do this actually. I have some emergency lighting. We have emergency supplies out in the garage, There's some emergency lights out there, and I charge them every 3 months. I have a reminder set up on my phone to charge them every 3 months. Bang, there it is.
Very cool. Yeah, and like I could do that with like smoke alarms and stuff, but also I have a propane tank out back. Quite literally, that should be a scheduled event to go check the percentage in that. Also, quite honestly, on my heating and air conditioning system, changing the filter, that should be a task with that. Another thing I saw on there was meal planning, which I didn't get a lot into. I love the idea.
But you can store recipes as well. It's got recipes as well, meal planning, equipment and devices, so you can store all your user guides, your instructions. That's great. I love it.
I mean, it can be very useful. And here's the other plus. Even if you don't use it for your family kind of thing, I guarantee you the framework of this you can use with friends and family. It doesn't have to just be food related. Like I've already said, it can be hardware type things or task related things.
And it's got night mode as well.
Yeah.
Everybody the refrigerator after a certain time.
Everybody loves night mode. But yeah, so here's a add-ons for it. Grocery desktop, grocery Android, grocery iOS app, barcode buddy, home assistant add-on, Linux server Docker, custom components, grocery, K8s, grocery, Kubernetes, sorry, recipe buddy, iOS shortcut, Python APA client, another grocery Python client, because there always has to be multiple, which I'll come back to the yet another thing again later. And then like grocery pad, and then grocery for Unihost, which I'm guessing Unihost is somebody that you could pay to host your server instance.
But it is self-hosted, obviously.
Yes.
Self-hosted groceries.
All you need is a friend with a Raspberry Pi or a buddy with an Umbrel server.
Where can I find someone who has an Umbrel server?
Does that go on Umbrel door? I just actually did that. I looked at the app list, and I found another one which I put the link in that is in the App Store for Umbrel, and it's called Kitchen Owl. And it looks like it has a similar thing as a meal plan, shopping lists, balances, recipes.
I was really hoping you weren't going to be able to check that fast, but okay.
I told you I'm not listening to you. I just Google things and Chat GPT and Grok and
right.
Well, that was great. That's great. I'm definitely going to try that. See if I can spin up my own server for it.
Yeah.
So I've got an app called FileStir, and this is an open source app which is on F-Droid. So this is advertising itself as a cloud storage solution that respects your privacy and puts you in control. No more intrusive ads or sneaky data collection. Just one tap and you're ready to store, share, and access your files from anywhere in the world. With support for a wide range of devices in multiple languages, FileStir works seamlessly across your Android ecosystem. So whether you're rocking a classic or cutting-edge phone, your files are always within reach. So basically what happens is that with this app is that you take a file that you want to send to someone or to save for later or to have it accessible outside of your own environment, and use this app to send it to their servers, to them. And it will give you a link which you can then send on to somebody else so they can download the file themselves. It's basically a file sharing app, but you can use it also to store your own apps. I've sent one file with it that is, let me just check the size of it. It is 10 megabits, but I only seem to be able to upload one file. It won't let me upload any other files of any other size. So I don't know what's going on there. But if you guys can get it to work, I actually was quite impressed with how well it worked.
Very cool. Did you notice when you shared the link what the URL started with, like what the domain was?
Hang on, I'll just check it again here. oshi.ec. There you go. I'll put it in the private chat for us.
Okay.
.ec.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Ecuador, maybe?
It could be. So that was just a file I had from my dash cam that I was testing this app with. But yeah, it seems to be I can't really use this app anymore after just using that one file. Which is a bit of a bugger, but if anybody else wants to have a go at it and tell me where I'm going wrong, let me know.
Yeah, there's nothing dodgy about this at all.
No, well, I just we want to share some apps, share some files.
Yeah. Well, and the plus is I was supposed to put it like this: the more niche, the more isolated, the more small an app is, the less likely you have to worry about a lot of bad things. Because a lot of bad things, they're just so lazy, they'll just like pay Dropbox to just get access into their server closet, kind of thing. In my personal opinion. But I digress. Okay, the one I'm going to bring, I'm literally going to bring only because I thought it looked visually like very pleasing. I was watching a custom hardware guy talking about this little clamshell device he was making, and he was literally making like custom apps for it. And one of them was a habit tracker. Or no, sorry, it was a journal. It was a journal. And the journal had a very like grid-based system screen where you could preview what days had entries and what days didn't. And I was like, wow, that's a really like easy to understand interface, like super quick. You can easily see what's going on. And then I found this YA habit tracker, which literally stands for yet another habit tracker. And I will say, if you take a look at some of the screenshots there, they have a couple screens where it literally is like showing you like a block showing you how busy you've been with your habit in a very grid-based form, so you can see what days are active and good, what days are bad. This week was bad, this month was good, kind of thing. And you can see individual numbers. I like the idea of habit trackers a lot. Maybe I need an AI assistant to fill it out for me. Because
Didn't you bring this last week? Is this the same one you talked about last week?
I'm going to be shocked if I brought this last week.
Okay.
Maybe.
Possibly. I do remember you having a similar habit tracker app.
I did have a habit tracker. That one I think was only on Google Play. This one was a
okay.
F-Droid-ish one.
Right. Cool.
Yeah.
How long have you been using it? You actually using it?
I just installed it, put like one or two habit things in there, and went back like 2 or 3 times saying I did stuff, and that was about it.
Right.
Basically, I need to be more scheduled and regimented. I literally need to say at every day at this o'clock, I'm doing this, at every day at that o'clock, I'm doing that. Or else I have a habit of squirrel and just getting distracted and figuring out why my print failed, and then scraping the bed and resetting it and changing a setting and hitting print and waiting another error, go back and tweak it. And yeah. Or just having the wife say, I feel like something sweet. Like what? Well, I don't know, something sweet. Whatever I get is going to be wrong.
Freeze-dried mangoes.
Can't go wrong with ice cream.
Or freeze-dried mangoes.
Or freeze-dried mango ice cream.
Just got to meet my wife. My wife. Oh, sorry.
Yes, my wife.
My wife.
I never watched that movie. Maybe I should.
It's funny.
going along the lines of file managing.
Hmm.
How's that for a segue?
Quite good.
This is called Ghost Commander, and it's a dual panel file manager.
I swear I've heard of this. Is it on desktop too?
Oh, I don't know as much about that.
I think it might be, because this sounds really familiar just by name, but let's take a peek.
But I was doing I can't even remember what I was doing, but I think apparently Graphene OS, you can't unzip something with, and I was just going through all of these file managers trying to figure out how to unzip. And I said, I don't know what I was doing, but I was doing a lot of unzipping, moving files, some sort of espionage. I can't remember what I was doing, but and so this is you can create or unzip file archives and transfer files, FTP, SFTP, SMB, and you can have two files open, split next to each other. You can move the files between them and blah blah. So it was just it's open source, and it was just.
Did you try Solid Explorer at all?
What was I using? I was using this and something else. I don't know if Solid was. Do you have a link to that or?
Yeah, it's on the Play Store. I'll grab it out.
Yeah, I will say I am a fan of the dual pane file managers, but literally, if I stop and think, it goes back to Windows 3.1 File Explorer, I believe, had the two panes where you could copy from this pane to that pane kind of thing. But yeah, I do like the idea, because to me it's very visual. As long as you remember this pane is always, like the destination or the source kind of thing, then you have no issues and stuff just works.
Yeah, Solid Explorer, I think you have to pay. It does have a lifetime license, so what you pay a one-time fee and it's free forever. But you don't pay anything else. So I've had it for years now, and it does exactly that: two panes on the screen, and it does extract as well.
Yeah, well, mine's free.
But in terms of having to pay, if I had to pay for an app, that was one I don't mind doing.
The other one, I just found it that I was using, and maybe even more so than the other one, is called Material Files.
Good name.
Yeah, and so that's on F-Droid as well. So I mean, I don't have New Zealand money like Ivor, so I try to find open source. But it was, I remember it being a good one as well.
Cool.
Very
so
cool.
if you're finding your file manager or your file manager is not up to snuff, we've got two good ones in Ivor's to choose from now.
Well, first off, I'll say I'm sorry I had to take a quick break. I had to write a couple things down. Namely, number one, Josh likes unzipping things. Got it. After that, what I will say is I don't think we talked about this, so I'm going to bring it up now, even though this is not an app. It's a built-in app, and it's only a built-in app if you're part of the privileged Google Pixel, yada, yada, yada. There is a Linux terminal that's available in natively Pixel devices. Yes, you have to go into the settings and enable it. I literally sat down and played with it for like 5 minutes, and I was genuinely impressed that it really did act and react like an actual Linux terminal. Now, I will say, if you have a full keyboard that you can pair with your device, it's so much easier, better to use. But you can literally do sudo app updates and sudo app installs and all that right from the command line, and run command line based things, and it, in air quotes, just works. The first thing I did was I installed an SSH client, and then from my one device I SSH'd into another device, and it worked. So then I did SSH dash X, I believe it is. And what that enabled me to do was on my phone, log into my desktop computer and on my phone run Firefox on my desktop, but have the graphical display on my phone. And it worked. It was cluttered as hell and I couldn't do nothing, but it worked. So what I need is an Android device then with a bigger screen, or I need like the USB-C to display port technology there. But yeah, I mean, if you like to tinker, if you like to dig, if you like to have very firm grasp and control over certain things, then you really need to investigate terminal applications and the terminal itself. One easy way to do it now, you can do it literally on your Pixel device via the Linux terminal.
Well, on that subject of looking at devices on terminal, I've got another one here that's called Screen Stream. I just thought, shall I give it a wee demonstration? Share my screen and show you how it works.
Sure, yeah.
It's really. I was very impressed with how quite easy it is to use. So, if I go over here and I share my screen, there it is, and it's called Share Screen Stream. Sorry. Open it up. So basically, it uses a local mode and RTSP mode. So the RTSP mode is through an external server, but if you're using a local network, you select the local mode and it will tell you what your device address is. So it tells you the IP address of my phone here. And if I just open up a new tab, sorry. And if I enter that IP address into my browser, 192.168.68.50:8080, and if I share that view with, no, it's not HTTPS, it's just, 192.168.68.50/8080. There it is. So you enter a PIN number. Let me also just share my thing. I'll show you from the other side. The PIN number is shown on the mobile phone. So you enter that one. So in this case, it's 639812. Put that in, and I start the stream on the device. Ask for confirmation, and it now shows. It should be showing.
This is riveting. Don't worry for anybody listening to the audio. It's just as boring with the video.
Hey, you're not a very nice person, Josh.
Nah, I've been told that.
Yeah, Ivor, but it's what you do with it that counts.
That's right.
That's right. Okay, here we go. Start straight. Share or record an app. Okay, ask you if you want to share or record an app. So I'm going to share, let's say, my YouTube client. So just let me go back to screen stream. No, it stopped working for some reason. Sorry, guys. I thought that would work.
Then you hit the normal law of whenever you try to do a live demonstration, if it works, consider yourself gifted.
It's not going to work, no.
Well, I'll say one thing that I did like was that RTSP, I want to say, I already forgot the acronym. That's a very, very good and tested and used technology. The one that where I'm used to it is VLC. With VLC, you can enable that RTSP, I think it is, server and client, and literally stream right over the network. And the latency or lack of latency that I saw when I was using that was honestly kind of shocking. It was really good and crisp.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that's what security cameras, I think, generally use RTSP for streaming. Only those work most of the time.
Not buying from China.
I think the issue was trying to share the screen, but it actually did work. So
I like the idea.
good.
What's your use case for this? I can see it being useful extreme to a TV or something where there's a bunch of people looking. I mean, is it just to share with people?
Well, you can't. It's only one way, so I can only view. I can view my phone on my browser. So if I want to, so I could, if I'm using the RTSP server via VLC, I could say send a link to Door and say, hey, can you have a look at what I'm doing on my phone here to say, well, see what's going wrong if something's going wrong. So it's more kind of like a remote access option.
Okay.
Otherwise, what I can also do is if I'm sitting in the bath or something and I've got my phone next to my laptop, I can use them together without a cable. I can.
Well, no cables, right? You can't have cables by the bathroom. What the hell's wrong with you?
You can't have.
Don't take your electronics into the tub, kids.
Well, I mean,
can you control? Can you control your?
No, you can't control from you. Yeah, you can't control from the browser. It's only one way.
Yeah,
so everything
RTSC
happens on the phone.
Yeah, RTSC is a broadcast thing where it's just like a virtual video cable.
There's an app on Linux which allows you to control your phone. Do you remember what that one is? Door.
Yeah. Why?
What?
I know it's a green icon.
SCRCPY. Screen copy.
No. That's that's actually almost the opposite. I mean, technically that works, screen copy. But I will say I've had very mixed reactions with screen copy. Any Connect, any Desk, any something.
Any just terrible
Desk Dock. I'm just I think the one I was thinking of was
any Desk.
CPY.
As long as you're in your own network, you can do this for free without any configuration. Literally anybody can use it. You put it on your computer and on your phone. You basically click it and you can control the phone from the laptop or the laptop from the phone. I'll say easily. One thing that this does better than most is it actually does a good job syncing the video and audio. So if you are streaming a sporting event to your laptop and then you use your phone to connect any desk to your laptop, it will actually be timed up correctly to where you could watch the sporting event and hear it correctly. Where a lot of them don't do that, but there is other solutions. I just can't think of any right now.
Yeah, the one that Ivor said, the SRC CPY.
Yeah.
That's the one I was thinking of.
Yeah. That definitely works. And the thing I like about that one is it's even baked into the application Pi Apps. Pi Apps is a really good general use thing, put on any Raspberry Pi type device. Then you load it up and you can easily pick from 80 different apps and just click install, and the script does everything it needs to, configures everything it needs to, and then you just launch it and everything works. That was where I had really good success with screen copy.
Well, I'm looking at the AnyDesk Door. It's $30 a month.
Now there's the free version where you can, as long as it's on your own network, it's free. When you want to go outside your network, it costs money. At least I remember this. That's what it used to be. Let me rephrase that. And I gave it to my buddy in Bmore, and he was using it, and I don't know if he still is now that I've said it out loud.
Yeah, it looks like
I was using AnyDesk for a while, and it basically got worse and worse. It got to the point where it was unusable. That it wanted to stay on your machine, didn't want to get off your phone. It wanted to send you ads. It was just everywhere. It just became a huge pain in the bum. So I got rid of it and started using screen copy instead, which is much better.
Yeah, I have there's another one called Screen Connect. Mm-hmm. They had a major leak.
Oh yeah.
A couple years ago.
Yeah.
So I have a a lifetime key for that, which is a self-hosted version. And I use that quite a bit, but now I just don't care. Point of that story was nothing.
Yeah, I met the guy behind that one and the guy behind Instant House Call. Both of them like way smart, kind of thing. Really shocked that they weren't picked up by like, a big company for their talents. Or maybe that's what happened. And now, just browsing some things to see if I can bring something that I forgot about. Self-hosting a cluster on old phones. Okay, you want to get like nerdy? I mean, it's really hard to get nerdier than this, but here's the gimmick. Ready? Old phones, number one, built-in battery backup. This is why I also loved putting appliance type things on old laptops. Laptops have built-in battery backups. So if there's a power outage, it will stay up for at least a couple minutes if the battery, isn't completely dead. You can do the same with a mobile phone. And with this one, it's on Hackaday. Sorry, I always get that mixed up in my head. Hackaday, where they basically show you how you can, on your phone, set up basically an air quote cluster right on your Android device. It's one of those things. It's running from post-market OS powered Kubernetes cluster. Now, I just said a lot of nerdy, really hardcore stuff. I'll just say this. Kubernetes is one of the big, huge, I believe Facebook created backbone kind of infrastructure management tool things to where it makes it very easy to set recipes to like spin up and spin down services if they get overused. Post-market OS is a true Linux-based Android replacement operating system. And because it's a true Linux-based thing, means you can literally run almost anything that can run on an ARM processor, is the way I'll put it. And over here on the post-market on dev, it says dev random, but it's denv.it. Sorry. They basically a complete step-by-step how to, if you want to get this installed on a device, or you can put it on a Raspberry Pi, because of course you can put it on a Raspberry Pi.
Yeah, I remember you brought this before. It's the same.
Did
this is a recycled article, I think, or it's because it's from April 9th. Yeah, I don't remember if you brought it to the show or we might have talked about it afterwards. But it is a pretty interesting use case for Ivor's 75,000 old phones that he has laying around.
It wouldn't shock me if I actually brought it here. And I just forgot.
And yes, it does not get much nerdier than that. All right, well, then I'm going to bring one that I brought too, I think. And just because I've been using it quite a bit lately, it's called YoLink. And it is 3.2 average reviews out of 415, 100,000 downloads. So it's another proprietary control or monitoring for these little YoLink devices, which I have them. I have temperature ones in the greenhouse, and I have one that is a temperature on a probe. It has a probe with a wire, and I jimmy rigged this old little piece of I'm guessing it's steel pipe, and ran the wire through there, and then taped it up with hockey tape, I think, at the end of it, and I jammed that down in the compost pile that I'm making. So then I can monitor the internal temperature of the compost. And then I have alarms set. I've got two of these in. We have two stand-up deep freezes. And so I have two of these in there. And if they if the temperature on those goes above a certain temperature, it sends me an alert,
Right.
and therefore I can monitor if the door is open or the freezer craps out or whatever before everything gets spoiled.
I'll just really quick correction. The correct term is the door is ajar.
Yes.
Just to confuse youngins so they don't know what you're talking about. So is it free to use the app and the service? You just have to pay for the hardware?
Yep. Yeah, it's Laura.
Yeah. Very cool. And I'll say it like this: for the people that don't know, composting heaps have to maintain a certain temperature. It's literally science going on in there to where you need that peak temperature to get the best results out of it. And that's your LoRa connector.
That's the hub.
Yeah.
And so that just sits here, and then they all connect to that. But yeah, as you were saying, basically I'm doing philanthropic. That's not even a word. Well, it might be a word, but it's not the word I'm looking for. It's a thermotropic. It's basically a hot composting method. And so yeah, what I'm trying to do is get the internal temperature to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. And what that does is kills all the bad bacteria and kills any seeds, weed seeds, or anything that are in there. Not that kind of weed, kids, just other weeds. And yeah, and then you have to flip it. It smells terrible. But this has worked out pretty well for that. Just jimmy rigging the corded probe into there.
Yeah, I'll say very cool. And as soon as you said hot, for some reason, I just heard Eddie Murphy doing a James Brown impersonation on Saturday Night Live called Hot Tub.
Hot tub. Get in the hot tub.
Yeah,
Gonna make you sweat.
Yeah. Sorry. But I will say, here's how you know YoLink isn't just some random Chinesium thing pushed out on AliExpress. They actually have a plugin for Home Assistant, and Home Assistant is one of those open source solutions that is a unifier. You can have a bunch of different technologies, whether it's LoRa or any of the old like Zigbee or type of communications or new Matter type technologies. All these are things that can connect devices. And YoLink is an interface to another one where I'm pretty sure that you can automate things between the two. So you can say, at certain time of day, you would expect your compost temperature to maybe be a little bit high because of the sun. So let's give it like a little bit more of a margin. And then at night, it can be a little bit colder. So let's, make sure it isn't going too far, kind of things. Home Assistant is one of those things. If you're not doing Home Assistant and you do have any kind of IoT kind of things going on in your home, I'm pretty sure you're missing out on some functionality.
Nice. I just, for the first time, thought about figuring out how I can integrate if this, then that into my business workflow and try to, because I've been paying, whatever it was, like $2 a month when when they went to paid version, and they're like, "Oh, pay us whatever you want to." So I've just been giving them money, but not actually, I've used it for a few things, but they've kind of gone to the wayside. So I want to try to incorporate that as well.
Yeah, I'm also giving them money just because somebody needs to give them money because I think it's a really cool service.
It is. And I've used for another project or another job, this guy I was working with, he uses Zapier for so many things, but I don't know. It kind of, we were using ClickFunnels as well.
Yeah.
And so I kind of lump it in with that, and it just makes me feel dirty. Like just that whole like sales funneling, and I don't know. Maybe it's just the way that we were using it.
No, I looked at it, Zapier, and it definitely is functional. It definitely has features that are definitely cool, but it's obviously not meant for a like single developer to do for his own things or for another thing. It's meant for big businesses to try to find a use case for. That alone makes it a little bit, the word I'll use is scummy. But technically, prostitutes can be scummy. People still use them. So I guess it's
Anyway, moving
okay.
right along.
Yeah, well, Zapier's not really hobbyist. I think
Right.
if this then that is more of a hobbyist. But no, I've got my buddy. He is making a lot of money, and he doesn't have any programming background. You know, he's an ex-hockey player, and he just put his head down and started using ClickFunnels and Zapier and just all these microservices and connecting them all together and then started selling his service to these different places. And I mean, if one goes down, he's kind of screwed. But at this point, it's, you know, you can really mix and match so many different services now that are available.
Right.
You know, even if you don't have coding skills, you can create websites and funnel them into Google Docs to keep track. And yeah, somebody stop me.
Have they got a device that I could put in my water tank and it could be used to monitor the level of my water tank?
Yep. Yeah, they've got and they have monitors for windows. Like you can put on your window if your window opens. It's
or a
off.
door. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll check them out.
Yeah, I'll get you.
Cool.
I'll get you a link, a yo link.
A yo link. Okay, I'm gonna bring one more really quick, only because this is the thing I should have brought months and months and months ago, and I'm pretty sure I didn't. But Josh might tell me I did, which I'm not going to care. I'm going to think he's wrong, and he's hallucinating. He's AI. He's not real. This is the companion app with my 3D printer. The 3D printer I got is a bamboo printer, which I will say has been in a little bit of controversy over the time. Basically straight from China printer. They have like multiple versions of printers. All of them have features that most of the time you have to pay 2 to 3 times more in a printer to get the same feature set. It also was basically one of the very first printer companies to offer a AMS, which is a multiple filament automatic selector tool, to where you could literally load up 4 different color filaments, and in your slicer pick, I want this to be this color, 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 hit print, and it will just work with no effort kind of thing. The big, huge pluses with this app is you can easily select, do a little bit of customization, and print straight from your phone without zero knowledge about how a slicer works or anything else. You can also monitor your printer from anywhere, as long as you don't turn off the if you turn on LAN only mode, which is what the open source advocates want you to do, then you cannot access your printer from outside your network. But if you leave it to where it's available to the outside, then you can literally check on your prints from anywhere, pause them, stop them, change any of those kind of settings. It's also very easy to log in and share prints. It's also super easy to rate prints. Now, here's the real thing why I'm saying all this kind of thing. This links back to MakerWorld. MakerWorld is the same company that does Bamboo. Handy. This is one of the only places I've ever seen where it's very easy to go to a print and select your exact printer. And then the file format will literally have in that the actual custom settings for your printer model to be the most, optimal kind of settings. I kind of like that kind of feature. And I'll say it's the one place where I tend to get my 3D printable things, where it actually comes with like competent video or GIF previews of what it is and how it works.
You already brought this one, Door.
Oh, God damn it. I'm sorry. What did you say? It sounded like there was something in your mouth. Oh, are you mumbling?
No, I just remember because I'm sure I made a similar joke back then, but I think I got one of these in Thailand.
A Bamboo Handy.
A STD. Oh, got it. Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Hey, Josh,
Oh,
what's the capital of Thailand?
What does man do and walks through turnstile with erection?
Yeah.
okay. Well,
We've been looking at printers a bit, and bamboo has kind of been, since you recommended it, towards the top. But then there's quite a few on Amazon too that look pretty good, that are cheaper, but I don't want to go the same route. I got an A-net something before,
Yeah.
and I mean, it was a good experience,
Right.
and I got fairly decent at using it, but now it's all shot to hell. So
Yeah. Well, the way I'll describe this to you, because I know you know, is I hate the people behind Raspberry Pi now. I think they're scums. I think they've given up on the hobbyist area and they're just out to make money now. They make a good product. They make a great product. I just don't like them. The advantage to them is the community around the product. It's very easy to find custom solutions or help or assistance or anything for that device. If you decide to go with a Pine 64 board or a Radaxa board or something, you might have stumbling issues. It might not work specifically perfectly on yours because you're not a Raspberry Pi. Okay, same kind of thing. I think right now the Bamboo is hitting that stride of popularity, where most people who are communicating 3D printer stuff have a Bamboo something in their lab, because it is the kind of set it and forget it, which used to be only like a Prusa level of printer where you literally can just hit it and it will automatically do tweaking before the printing to make sure it's most optimal and check the flow rate and boom, 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 boom. And then, if it doesn't work, a jerk opened up your garage and bugs got in and you literally sucked up a bug in the filament.
not that that's happened.
Not that that's happened, but yeah. So I'm currently a fan.
Does it have a camera?
It does. The camera is worthless.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like 2 frames a minute kind of thing. It is so bad. It is the only thing on the printer where I am comfortable saying it is horrible.
Yeah, because that was something else I was looking at, was being able to have a good camera on it.
Yeah. So I mean, worst case scenario, you get like a Pi device with a little 10-year-old webcam, and
Yeah,
you can
I've got
watch
a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do, because the built-in camera, I mean, it works. It just is the frame rate is so bad and it's fish-eyed and it's not easy to see stuff. But if you just want to set it and forget it, print things, man, it is right now really hard to beat that printer or the maker of printer.
Are you guys seeing anybody else in the chat? Did we scare everyone away?
Most of them, but I mean, they're still watching the stream. I can see. They just decided our chat wasn't,
I blame Ivor.
chat. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. How about them Cowboys?
Hey, my dad's still in there. Somebody loves me.
Yeah, I put a link in the chat to an app called Athena. There are 2 links. One's the GitHub link and one's the Play Store link. So Athena is a personal firewall app, which you can use to basically control what access to the internet various apps on your phone will have. And I've been using it. So advanced Android firewall app designed with Material U style, empowering you with full network control and privacy tools. It supports both VPN and root modes, letting you customize which apps can access the internet with granular filtering options. And those granular filtering options are actually quite good. So it gives you app level control, gives you DNS block list, gives you live network logs, advanced network protection, detail So it gives you malicious site blocking, encrypted DNS, stealth mode, and additional privacy enhancing utilities, detailed app insights, in-depth network behavior information per app to aid smarter management, and it's open sourced and privacy focused. So I've been using this, and I've used it to cut off the internet access of quite a few apps that were just using the internet for no reason, and it's working very well. So if you're focused on privacy, I know, Josh, you're using an old graphene. You might want to use this to further get some granular control over which apps can use the internet or not.
Yeah, I was actually just looking through my settings, because it does, when you download an app, it does ask if you want to give it access to the internet. And so I'm not really sure. I haven't looked in to see if there's other, how granular it goes as far as being able to. But
it does do system level apps as well. So it will allow you to block the internet access of system level apps. So you could actually end up doing some harm or some stuff breaking, but it's pretty easy to fix.
Gotcha. And just for the layman, when it says VPN or root, what it means is normal user uses VPN, and the root user is the people who know what they're doing, kind of thing. It wouldn't shock me if the normal VPN user, it wouldn't work for some of the Google apps just because you're not root, but I think it's worth trying. Definitely.
Yeah. Oh, one thing I do like is that it enables you to specify whether an app has access to Wi-Fi or whether an app has access to mobile data. And so you can cut off an access. I mean, that is available through your permissions, but it's becoming harder and harder to find nowadays with newer phones. Right. So what you can do is just use this to go through a list of all the apps on your phone and say, right, I want this one to have access to Wi-Fi. I don't want it to have access to mobile data, and vice versa for other apps.
Gotcha. Very cool. Very cool. I will not lie. I'm kind of drained on apps right now.
That's from the Bamboo Handy.
Just don't tell my wife. Or like Sid Caesar would say, take my wife, please.
Yeah, you should watch some of the old roasts with Don Rickles.
Oh, I have.
Dean Martin.
Okay, if you guys don't know this guy, it's okay. Jim Norton. Jim Norton used to be the host of the radio show Opie and Anthony. He's been on a couple things. He's older now. He put on a little bit of weight. I literally went and saw him last Friday, and when he smiled, it was a spitting image of Rickles, Don Rickles. I was like, wow. It is like crazy how much he looked just like him. But yeah, Don Rickles gold. The only time I saw Don Rickles like hold back and like was like almost scared to say anything was when he accidentally broke Johnny Carson's cigar box when he was guest hosting. And then the next day he was in a studio across the hall filming his show kind of thing, a show he was on. And Johnny Carson was like, who cares? Bring the camera. And it was like the first time ever done in TV where he said, bring the camera. And he literally walked across the hall, walked right into his set right as they were filming and said, what the hell is this? And Don Rickles was like, yeah.
The old roast with Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra and these old guys.
Don Rickles was Mr. Personality, Mr. Nice, something like that. Oh, he was Mr. Potato Head in Toy Story, which was cool.
Oh, was that Don Rickles? No, that was a guy from Cheers.
Wrong, sir.
Cliff Clavin.
Wrong. No, he's the
Cliff
ham.
Clavin was the.
Cliff Clavin was ham.
The pig, yeah.
Dr. Pork Chop.
True.
Evil Dr. Pork Chop. Yes. I know, man. Come on now.
Who's actually a Canadian. Anyway.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So that ends the segment on Pixar talk. You got any other apps that actually work, Ivor?
Yeah. Okay, hang on. I had it here a minute ago. Where is it?
Or anybody in the chat have any apps? Or we could make the show under 6 hours long.
Yeah. You know what? I completely forgot that my Git Pocket broke, so I have no more like easy way to bookmark things. But I did put stuff in the Discord AAA chat that I forgot.
So I just put an app up there called Red Reader. So this is a Reddit client.
I brought this before. I love it.
Oh, you love it? Okay, you've already done it.
But
okay.
it works. Go ahead. Tell me what you.
I've been using it for ages.
Yeah, that's not stopped us at all before.
Well, I'll show you what I've been using it for, or how it looks, basically. So here we go. So basically, you get a very black and white, very simple interface. It gives you the front page. It gives you all subreddits. So if I go to the front page of Reddit, I can select hot, new, rising, controversial, best, or top. There. So if I go for new, front page of Reddit, there it is. And probably the first thing you'll notice is that there are no ads, which to me is great. And I can select different subreddits like Android and have a look at them and sort them by the different things. It comes with these ones already down here below, which I think are the most popular.
Right.
And you can add your own if you want. You can do a search I can do a find location search. I can say, let's have a look. New Zealand. And it comes up with the subreddit for New Zealand. I can, so we've got 805,000 people. We've got more than 800,000 people living here.
Yeah. Or you can search individual postings or all kinds of stuff.
Yep. Yeah, it's really good. And again, it doesn't have the clutter. It doesn't have the overhead that you get with the regular Reddit app clients.
Yeah, I will never again use normal Reddit app unless they like change ownership and everything changes or something like that. The other thing I like about this app is it's very easy to customize your view. You can say like when I'm on my Wi-Fi, load up all the images in full HD mode and video preview and yada yada. But when I'm on mobile, just show me a thumbnail of the picture and don't preview all these kind of settings. But the other setting I love is it can automatically hide postings you already saw. So if you load it, check your apps and you can like look at a posting. When you load it up later, you don't have to filter through those exact same postings to find new stuff. That to me was like the killer feature that really sold me on that one, where I could say, okay, I can immediately ignore everything I've already seen, easy enough. And then if I want to find something I saw earlier, it's very easy to just go back, turn that setting off and go back to my subreddit.
Yeah. Yep. No, it's great. I like it.
Yeah. And quite literally, it just works.
Well, Reddit is a cesspit, I have to say.
Well, it is. It is what you make of it. If you hang out in like cesspool,
like Twitter.
But the difference with
just looking Reddit, at the front page as well.
Yeah. If you look at the front page, you never know what you're going to find. Yeah, and you can turn off NSFW content in the reader, so you don't see that stuff, which means you're experiencing a very boring, polarized atmosphere.
Sounds perfect for Josh.
The only thing better than a Reddit without advertisements is a Reddit that isn't a Reddit.
I still don't understand.
Next week for more philosophy from the J-Dog.
I still don't understand people who self-host their own version of Reddit. I don't.
Well, you brought one of those before. What was that called? There was some.
Not Reddit.
I thought No?
No.
Oh, you'll probably bring it again next week anyway, so we can check then.
Now I did like Mattermost for like chat clients and
No, it was some other. Maybe it wasn't Reddit. It was some other. I can't remember what it was. I might just.
it wasn't dig.com, which I don't know if you guys remember dig.com and Dig Nation. Kevin Rose, air quote, the dark tipper. I believe he literally bought dig.com back again. And he's looking to do something with it. If you go right now to dig.com, it's not what it was a month ago. It says dig, the front page of the internet now with superpowers. Sign in to get early access when the invites go live. This used to be a super, super popular website for one big reason. The users were able to upvote, downvote, promote content, which means people were deciding what was high up in the list, not content creators, not advertisers, not any of that stuff.
What is it? 2Gs or something?
Yeah, digg.com.
Oh, okay. Because dig.com has a 301 redirect to the Walt Disney Company.
But yeah, it was a very, very popular site, like 12 or 15 years ago, something like that. And Dig Nation was an early like video podcast is what I would say. That was actually pretty damn funny, but I digress. The times have a changing.
So if you were a member, then could you say that you were in Dig Nation?
Basically, yes. And I'll say this, if they keep with the old algorithm basis is the earlier you join, the more credible you are, the more you vote up other stuff or down, the more credible you are. And then the more you post and people comment or like plus or minus your stuff, the more credible you are. So it's literally like the more interactions you get, the more power you have over the, like basically like a subreddit, like a different channel.
I posted a link in there because I'm not done either. This is Book's story. It's Material U ebook reader for Android. And that's exactly what it is. Oh, probably Door.
I don't know, I'm
What,
just
you're the only one that can rebring apps?
Yes.
I came across some ebooks, but they were in different formats, EPUB, PDFs, and this will intake all of them. And it's a pretty simple reader. The problem is my phone is pretty small and my eyes are pretty terrible. So it's a little bit difficult on such a format, but it is open source and it's pretty minimalistic in appearance, but it gets the job done.
Yeah, it says it supports PDF, TXT, EPUB, FB2, HTML, HTML, and MD formats. I don't know how many more formats there is with ebooks, is what I'll say.
Yeah.
So that there's a good list.
What I was trying to find, maybe it should still be on my phone. What I really wanted was an ebook reader that would audibilize
Yeah.
an ebook.
Mm-hmm.
But the one that I found was not great to listen to. It's kind of like listen to Ivor try to read a book. All right, I'm sorry, Ivor.
Do my best, man.
I'm from New Zealand. What do you expect?
We're 50 years behind here. Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, if anyone would like me to read them a story that night,
just don't bring it in the tub with a cord. Okay. you think you're ready to do a app rundown there, Josh?
Yeah, if that's where we're at.
I think. I don't know.
Just one comment I would make is that we've got, I think, 10 apps. 7 of them are open source.
Yeah, no, I was noticing that too. I really like to see all the F-Droid links, and Dor even brought an Izzy on Droid link.
I think the Play Store is dying.
Well, speaking of the Play Stores dying, there was an epic ruling that happened. I'm sorry, pun intended. Epic lost their lawsuit. I'm sorry, Epic won their lawsuit. Apple lost their lawsuit, which means the federal courts in the United States of America are siding with the game software companies, saying these app stores are isolated monopolies that have too much control over buying things on their services. So they won, and then the Apple appealed. They lost that appeal. I don't know now what they're going to try to do, but by law now, very shortly, when you get things on your devices, there will start to be an alternative way to pay for things. Hopefully that happens sooner versus than later. The more competition, more better. I would love to be able to, instead of buying something from the App Store for $1, go to Izzy on Droid or F Droid or GitHub and say, here's $1, $2 for the app. Thank you very much. I want to incentivize app developers to get out of that ecosystem and host on a more, dare I say, Nostr based system. Oh, I knew I would get you to look up. I knew it.
Well, but what is there? Is there an alternative that is in the pipeline that would?
I mean, at first it's going to be like you download a game and it's going to connect to Bethesda, Epic, Microsoft, Steam, or whatever, GOG. But eventually I think you're going to have like silos pop up of like, this is productive type apps. Here's fitness kind of apps. There's going to be storefronts that are focusing on certain things, like how there's health food stores, X-rated stores, post offices, kind of thing. We know where they have their own thing to where you'll be able to buy stuff from there. This is the opportunity that, between you and me, Amazon, I think, has been waiting for. Don't be shocked if when Amazon believes that this is now a done deal and that is it. The Amazon app on Android will offer built-in ability to buy applications directly from Amazon.
Yeah, I mean,
I know I didn't say that was a good thing, Josh.
Yeah, exactly. Do you want to be beheaded or hung?
Well,
I'm already the latter, so let's go something else. I know, but it'll be good for the wife to be able to do her things. You know what I mean?
Well, absolutely. I'm all for it, Dor. I mean, we talked about this last week too, and there definitely are alternatives. It's just a matter of whether, I mean, I can't see Google just handing over the reins, and I don't trust the United States court system or any other court system enough to believe that they are going to somehow make it equitable for developers of independent games or apps or anything else without having Apple or Google take their 30%.
Right. And that's the whole kicker. 30% the court deemed is kind of like, there's no other place that they said that they could see these kind of percentages. Every place else, it was much lower.
Credit cards.
Yeah. So like, why was it so much was one thing the judge tried to ask, and of course didn't get a right answer.
Well, I mean, Google's obviously floundering and they need as much cash as they could possibly get, because once USAID went under, then that probably took a little bit out of their coffers.
I just know that everyone is now scammering for deals with power companies to power all their AI slop things.
Oh, yeah, they're reactivating a nuclear power plant.
The-
I think.
Yeah, the
In
one
the
by
UK.
me, 3 Mile Island, which is
3 Mile
perfectly
Island, that's the
fine,
one.
safe. Well, the gimmick is
Yeah, no problem.
there's technically 2 different things there. The one that had the accident is not being spun back up. It's the one there was 2 of them right there. 2 towers,
Oh, I'm sure
2
it'll be fine.
reactors.
What could go wrong?
We've never look. The only time there's ever been any nuclear issue ever was Chernobyl. Chernobyl was built using 20-plus-year-old technology that nobody used anymore because it was deemed unsafe. 2.
The people who operated it didn't know what they were doing either.
Oh no.
Fucking
They
hell.
were all just ignorant.
Yeah.
They were all just ignorant, and they lied to everybody, and everybody lied to them because it's Russia. 2.
Yep.
Japan. You build your nuclear reactor on a fault line. What the hell do you think's going to happen?
Yeah, well, in Japan, you don't have a lot of choice. The whole country is a fault line.
No, they have plenty of choice. They're going hydrogen crazy. They want hydrogen to be it.
Yeah.
Use hydrogen then. Don't use nuclear reactors, or you have to go to a sodium-based type reactor, which is still in its It's still in the very beginning stages. It's the kind of reactor that cannot melt down. But I digress.
I said that.
Yeah,
about
those are the
Chernobyl
ones.
as well.
No,
Well, they've got
the current
the
ones
technology.
cannot melt down. That's why you have not heard anything else anywhere happening at any point in time, even though there's literally thousands of reactors in the world. And we've only heard about
Oh,
2
I'm sure
instances
they
of
have.
issues.
The Titanic
Well-
also sank.
Well, yeah, because they swore they were perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
if you look at the EU as well, like they're in such a, I mean, I don't know if I call it an energy crisis, because
Oh yeah, they
if
are.
you take your gun out and you shoot yourself in the foot, I mean, are you in crisis? Sort of, but you also created it yourself. And they shut down all their nuclear power plants, and then the United States blew up the Nord Stream pipeline. So
No, that wasn't the kicker. The kicker was then Russia invaded Ukraine, and then they started to put restrictions on Russia selling things, which meant the price went up for everybody, which meant all of a sudden, literally, like Volkswagen plants are leaving Germany because power costs too much. That's bad when Volkswagen is leaving Germany. You know what I mean? That tells you they're having definitely power issues. And it's because they shut down all of their nuclear power plants. They're literally burning more coal now than they did 20 years ago.
It's almost like government intervention has had the opposite of the intended effect.
Well,
Who would have thought?
There's a very good set of videos on youtube.com/reason TV where they have the law of unintended consequences. Like in India, where they had too many cobra attacks. So what do? They say, hey, anytime you bring us a cobra head, we're going to give you money. What happened? People started having cobra farms where they would raise cobras and literally just kill them and bring them in. And then when the country figured it out and said, wait, stop this, they just let all the cobras go. And then for 3 years, they had more cobra bites than they had in the last 30 years. Yeah. Government.
China had the same problem with their war on sparrows, or flies.
Some kind of bird. Because the bird they said was
sparrow,
eating all the grains. Yeah.
Was it a European or an Asian sparrow?
Yeah, right. And then that famine that was caused killed
African
more people in one man-made incident than any other incident in the history of the world.
Which one was that? What are you talking about?
The one in China when Mao said these birds are eating all of our grain. We need to kill all the birds. And what they didn't understand was all the birds were killing all the insects and all the smaller creatures that were eating all your grain.
Yeah.
So they literally had, I want to say it was over 40 million people die in less than 10 years because of their incompetence.
Yeah, but that was also Mao's plan to begin with. I mean, it's not like he was a good person when it came down to it. But there's also
we've gone down a rabbit hole.
You go into Hawaii and there's mongoose all over the place.
Yeah, because they couldn't get rid of the snakes, so they said, "This is what we'll do."
No, there's no snakes. It was rats. The rats came with the ships.
No, it was snakes too. They have snakes over there that were never there. That they introduced mongoose and something else for it.
Yeah, they brought them over to kill and then they're like, "Oh, that, yeah." Except rats are nocturnal and mongoose run around during the. They're not even natural predators.
Genius.
Nice.
Genius.
Nice.
Wow. What could possibly go wrong?
Okay. Should I do that wrap up now?
Sure. Yeah.
We started off with some chatter about really important things, I'm sure, and then moved on to Bloomtown, A Different Story by Twin Sales Interactive. Then we did some browser speak, and WaterFox and Flurp browsers were brought up, and then moved into Hunter Assassin by Ruby Games AS. And did we bring this Hungry Shark Evolution? I must have accidentally clicked on another link. O Launcher, Minimal AF Launcher by Digital Minimalism. Grossi or Grokky, your fridge self-hosted grocery and household management solution. FileStir, a secure, accessible cloud storage app for Android. YA Habit Tracker, which is a modern habit tracker. Ghost Commander, dual panel file manager. Material Files, open source material design file manager. Solid Explorer file manager, Neat Bytes. That concludes the file manager's talk. And then how to install Linux on an Android device, how to start a cluster. Screen streaming over HTTP. YoLink by YoSmart Inc. Bamboo Handy by Shanghai Lungkuo Technology Co. Limited. Athena, Android Firewall. Red Reader, an unofficial open source Android client for Reddit. And Books Story, a material ebook reader for Android. And I think that was it.
Very cool. Very cool. And so if anybody tells you there's not enough Android blank to do a podcast, I don't know how much time you guys spent prepping for this, but quite literally everything I mentioned, I came across naturally just doing my normal daily internet thing. It's out there, for anyone who says there's not enough content, they just don't want to do it.
I mean, I have an iPhone and I came up with Android content, so it's out there.
Yeah. Good thing is everything is almost on every system. And it looks mostly the same, but I digress. Josh, you have any words of wisdom or parting tears of love or anything?
Yeah, hug people. Tell people you love them. Realize that everybody's living their own movie and you're just an extra or a sidekick in other people's movies, and you can't expect them to know what your script is, and you can't expect to know what their script is, and sometimes you need to talk it out and then hug it out and then get a bamboo handy. $2.20, whatever works.
Hey, Ivor, you have any parting words?
Keep calm, carry on.
Exactly. I want to thank everyone for downloading. Thank everyone for subscribing. Thank everyone for interacting. Thank everybody for just hanging out. And I'm going to thank Ivor and Josh for just being awesome and putting up with me. And the easiest way to complain to me is aaa@podnutz.com, or if you feel like retro, you can call us up at
876.509. Something Podnut.
Yeah, 8670 Podnut, I think. Maybe, possibly. But since no one's called it in like 2 years, the number's still there. We still got it. So, hey, why not? And with that, thank everyone again. And we will talk to everyone again very, very soon. So,
bye.
Cheerio.
Bang. Hit that. Hit that. Turn the stream back on. File save as. First, you got to do the save as just in case it goes boom.
That's never happened.
Not with Audacity.
No,
Audacity would never do that.
never.
Man, I remember when I started doing podcasts, if you didn't save every like 2 to 3 minutes while in Audacity, man, you would want to throw stuff around.
It was like that just a few years ago, even. It seems to be a little more solid now.
Yeah, I mean, over time, it's definitely gotten better. I'll say more solid. And the FUD with, them changing ownership and it's going to turn evil. I mean, nothing's happened that I can tell.
What was that meme you sent, Ivor, with like they got their $1 trillion or something, and they're putting the sign over the "Do No."
Yeah.
Don't be evil. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the other thing about the Red Reader app is that you can just long press on an image, and it has an option to just share the media straight away. So download it straight away, and then you can just share it to whatever app you like.
Nice.
Yeah, and it does work on video and GIFs. The only issue being is some apps only take certain length or certain size content, so might not do exactly what you want. But really short videos and really short GIFs, it's very easy. Instead of having to share links or descriptions or whatever, you can share the actual media itself. Okay, so all that's documented, and I have to go to the party.
What kind of party?
You're going to party?
Yeah, what kind of party?
The kind
The
of
bamboo handy party.
that's it.
The only reason I do this show is to try to make you laugh, Ivor.
Yeah. You usually succeed. So.
And sometimes I make you angry, and I apologize for that.
No, you don't make me angry.
Good. Because I mean everything 100% that I say.
Good.
That's right. Honesty.
You should mean what you say. It's honesty. Let's have some of that.
It's a Billy Joel song, isn't it? Honesty.
Fuck, I hate Billy Joel. Jesus Christ.
Really? I knew you were a communist.
So, well, after last week's show, Dor sends me this drunken message. Must have been like 3 o'clock in the morning for him, from his 3D printer in his garage or something. He sends me this Voxer drunken voice message talking about how we need to get together and do he really enjoyed having a chat with us afterwards, after the show. And I said we should have a live stream castle watching session where we each have a case of beer, and it's competition to we each choose a phrase.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Drink whatever that phrase. We'll play the castle bingo, drinking bingo, and whoever has the most beer left at the end loses.
Yeah, what would it be? The Serenity. Yeah,
the Serenity. Yeah.
A good one.
Yeah, but we could do a little live stream commentary, getting pissed watching the castle.
Nice. I like it.
I'll be out after 3 beers, of course.
Yeah, and I don't drink, so other than that, it'd be amazing.
Screwed you.
Yeah.
You know,
Dor will
what explains you don't drink? What explains the behavior then?
Heavy drug use.
I just telling Josh about the castle live stream drinking event.
Where was I at?
You're on the loo.
Yeah, you're just taking a piss. With bamboo handy.
I was gonna say, because I'm always up for castle. Yeah, I convinced a couple other people. I said, look, because they were talking about comedies, and they were talking about how today's comedies, they just don't do it. They just I'm like, yeah, you're right. You want to know a comedy that nailed it? And I said, and they nailed it, because when you're watching it, you're just thinking, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? What is this? And then it builds on you. And then you hear these like callbacks that they do just right. And it just works. And I told them, look, sit down and watch it. And then one of the people like a week later came back and said, my husband just kept commenting on how stupid it was, to which I just said, that's the point. Like, nobody sat down and watched young Frankenstein saying, oh, it's such a smart movie. It's like, yeah, okay, true.
I don't know. The castle is pretty smart, though.
Well, it's one of those like hidden smart things.
It really is, because I have seen it, dozens of times, and I still notice new things.
Yes.
Every time watching it.
So that means you have 2 degrees in the family.
Yeah, like see your pool room.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you watched Fisk? Did you bring that up before?
I don't know.
That's another Australian one that is.
It's very castle-esque.
Yeah,
well, for several things.
Australian
TV comedy series.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Huh? Okay. Says it's on Netflix.
Yeah,
have to give it a go.
So another one that you didn't bring up was the Hanford. But that the Hanford nuclear site, but that wasn't a meltdown. That was, according to Wikipedia, many early safety procedures and waste disposal practices were inadequate, resulting in the release of significant amount of radioactive materials into the air and the Columbia River. So that's a fun Washington.
A joyful movie. Got it. Okay.
No, wait, what?
Oh, sorry.
Yes, but yeah, that was another nuclear issue in the States.
Did you hear about France?
That time they retreated, or the time after that they retreated?
Off the coast of France, like miles. They were doing like a survey thing, and they literally stumbled across exposed barrels with nuclear waste in them that they couldn't identify. They didn't know how they got there, and they said they detected a leak, but it wasn't dangerous. And I'm like, I'm not sure those words go together. But I will say the truth about nuclear waste is the alpha particles stop coming out of nuclear waste in less than like 20 years. Those are the particles that do the most damage, stick around the longest, and will actually cause mutations and kill you quickly. The other radiation after that is the kind of radiation where you literally have to like sit next to it for like 2 months to have something bad happen to you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, so it just reminds me of a submarine that had basically all of the German nuclear research on it, and it had a whole bunch of isotopes and things, and it was being sent to Japan at the end of the year, and they were trying to get it down the English Channel, and they got out of the English Channel and into, I think, the Bay of Biscay or something, and they got sunk, of course. And there's this whole it's around Norway. That's right. It's somewhere off the coast of Norway. This submarine is full of radioactive isotopes and material, and the sea around it has been cordoned off. It's on the navigation charts. You can't go in there because it's so radioactive. you can't go in there.
No, I mean, they say the same thing about Chernobyl, and there's everything.
Yeah.
Butterflies, plants, and because of the radiation, the wolves there have developed a gene that now they literally cannot develop cancer.
Oh well, see, there's a silver lining to every cloud.
No, I mean, some animals and some species are just better at adjusting, is what I'll say, and being prepared where other things just hang around and die. like cockroaches. They're going to be around forever.
Hmm. Need 500 subscribers and 1,000 watch hours in the past 365 days to get
Is
super
it on
chat.
YouTube?
Yeah, it must be.
Yeah.
Super chats or a YouTube thing, I think.
Well, hell, if it's YouTube, send me the link. I'll at least give you a number or two. Oh, man. Oh, Christ.
You ever got a super chat, Ben? Door?
Nope, I will not turn on advertising on YouTube or anything.
No.
So supposedly,
Good on you.
anybody who comes to my channel and watches any amount of video, there is never an ad on it. I literally opted out of all of that.
Yeah, good.
Which just means
Good
sooner
on
or
you.
later, you won't be able to find my stuff and I'll be like blacklisted or something.
There you go. I just subscribed to SCJ 643.
Very cool. I did get a new toy, but I literally pre-ordered this thing 11 months ago. I know. 8-Bit Duo, they're a kind of popular company. I mean, they've been around a little bit, so I felt comfortable with buying it. Your typical controller can be anywhere from like $40 to like $80. This thing was like $29 pre-order. And if you notice, there's only one stick, and the buttons look a little bit weird because it's supposed to emulate like a Nintendo 64, where one pad, one stick, the 4 like C buttons, and then the big A and B button. I am genuinely impressed about how easy it is to pair, hook up, use, and playing some Mario Kart 64 and some Super Mario World, or Mario 64. It works good, very good.
Fabulous.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy I'm not going to work tomorrow.
Oh, you're not, huh?
Mm-mm.
Nice.
Wife has a sleep study. And I know when I had a sleep study, I had multiple because they kept saying something's wrong. Most of them were in the middle of the day. Only one of them was at like night, and then I left in the morning. And she said it started at 8:30, so I thought it was 8:30 in the morning, so I took off of work. And then she said, no, it's 8:30 at night. I said, screw it, I'm still not going to work.
I'm going to sleep all day, too.
Well, probably. But, could be worse.
Could be worse.
Yeah. I'm just happy down to 15 months so I can get the hell out of there.
Yeah, that's great, man. That's makes me wish I would have done something with my life.
Yeah, like I did something. I just didn't get fired. I wasn't dumb enough to try to like steal stuff or fake my timesheet. That's the number one way.
You don't steal stationery?
Why would I? What the hell do I need stationery for?
It's a red swing line. That's
not
my
the
stapler.
point.
It's my stapler.
My
My
stapler.
It's my stapler. It's a red swing line.
Oh, you know what I forgot to say? God damn it. I forgot to mention that, honestly, the Simple X thing, I'm honestly kind of almost shocked. I'll say, because usually when I try one of these apps for years and years and years and years, it sucks. The audio sounds horrible, or it's like a weird delay, or you would send something in a chat group and I would see it, but Ivor wouldn't, or something like, there's always something extremely buggy about any kind of these apps. And this one seems to be pretty damn solid, but also it honestly looks better than Voxer.
Yeah.
It has better functionality as well, I think.
One of the functionalities I thought was amazing, I didn't picture it coming, was a Linux desktop app, an app image, whatever. And when you run it, you have to sync it to the device via QR code. And when you do, the phone app becomes like in hibernation. You can't do anything with it because you're only doing it on the desktop. And then once you go back to the phones, they activate it, then the desktop app stops working. And you have to resync it when you want to use it again. That is security. That's like a really good default way to handle security kind of things. I'm a fan. I'm a fan so far.
I didn't even know it had a. I haven't even looked at the.
The only reason I did because Ivor mentioned it. I thought maybe am I hallucinating again?
There's a good chance of it. Where I don't even see that it has.
It wasn't super easy to find. I will say that.
Oh, the desktop. What are you talking about? The desktop function?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah.
So now, like 30 minutes later, he acknowledges I'm not hallucinating. Thank you.
No, you're not. Sorry. I wasn't listening.
Exactly.
Hey, Ivor, just real quick. I put a link in the YouTube chat. That is the mini computer that I have the Umbrel on.
Okay.
Just to give you an idea as to, like, you had mentioned that you might want to run your own server.
Yep.
And that one has been great so far.
Ooh.
Yeah, 3.4 gigahertz Celeron N processor.
Yeah.
Not so sure about that. But,
well, I mean, for server stuff, you don't need
good RAM.
Like an i9. You don't need an i9 to do server kind of thing.
But those N series processors have always been terrible. But yeah, how much
for server things? You don't need a lot.
$289.
Wow, it's $200 here, and it was. I think I got it for $150. So that's just a. I'm not saying that's the one, but if you get something like that, it's more than powerful enough to run the Bitcoin node that you so desperately want to run.
See, me, it's not even saying buy now, but it is saying the price starts at $185.
But they have I think they're pushing they have one that's because that one's got 512 gigabyte, and that's the problem with it too, is that you can't add memory, like it's all
it's baked in,
soldered in.
Yeah, it's very hard to find a mini computer like that accepts like laptop memory, but they exist. But yeah,
well, it's called a Nook, and then you're paying $700.
Nooks are gone. Nooks are dead. Intel stopped making them like a year ago.
Oh yeah,
yeah, they gave up because everyone else was doing it. They said the goal was we were supposed to make prototype devices for other people to understand how to do it, and now since we're just going to stop. And because they're Intel, they're idiots. They can't do anything right for like more than 2 years straight, it seems like.
Well, they're still $900.
Yeah, well, they were cheap. Gen 7 micro PCs, Proxmox. I love Proxmox. Proxmox and Proxmox scripts are so easy. Oh my goodness. An idiot like me can spin up servers. But yeah, I mean, I found with my server things, I never need processor ever. I always need RAM. That's why I like Proxmox. Proxmox is one of the few things, instead of doing virtual machines, because of the virtual machine, you have to dedicate RAM, and then you cannot use that RAM for anything else. So you always need more RAM. Proxmox, you can do containers. I think it's containers. To where basically the RAM is it's in like a virtual balloon, which means you can say I want to give it 2 gigs of RAM, but if it's only using 512, it will only use 512, and the rest will be available for another system to use. So it like tries to keep it available. Now, granted, if everything starts at once going crazy, your server's going to slow down to a crawl. But yeah, that's why I'm a RAM junkie. I gotta have tons of RAM. Oh, yeah. If it's less than like 16 gigs of RAM, I start to like twitch and develop Tourette-like symptoms.
Well, before I was running that Umbrel on a Raspberry Pi 4, I tried a 4 gig and an 8 gig, and it was just brutal.
Yeah,
and then when I upgraded to this, it was night and day.
Yeah, anything on a Pi has to be like explicitly, ridiculously optimized for it, or else if they just like port it over, it runs like crap.
No, I mean, I think that the Umbrel, like they I've developed it for Raspberry Pi. It's not just it's not, I don't think it's a support like that, but it just, I don't know. I guess it just used too many resources. And see, that must have been, maybe it was only 8 gigs of RAM that was the problem, but I
Hard
don't
to
know.
say.
It might just be the processor being a Raspberry Pi as well.
Well, that and the prices of the x86 stuff has came down so much.
Mm.
And then you don't have to worry. You know it's going to work. It might not work great, but you know it's going to work. Because it's the exact same architecture as everything else in the world.
I'm trying. Oh, there it is.
Oh, man.
Just
yeah,
downloaded.
those thin clients, I'll say, oh, man. They work, technically.
Plex server has 46 gigs.
Dang.
Holy hell, Batman.
That's a lot of anime.
Has 46 gigs of storage or RAM? That can't be RAM.
If it is RAM, I don't know how the hell you would get 46.
Yeah, it's RAM.
I've never seen.
They're
like
all 512
23.
megabyte sticks, Door. 92, 500.
46 would be 23. It does. I mean, RAM. Okay, I don't know how the hell you get 46. Okay.
2 8s and
16, 32.
That math seemed like it was way too hard.
That'd be 48 gigs of RAM. Just saying. I can count even with this. I'm pretty sure. 16, 16, 32, 8 plus 32 is 40. 8 plus 40 is 48. Okay. That's what I said. 46 was crazy. That's like you got some weird Soviet era RISC computer or something based on a typewriter. But yeah, and it wouldn't shock me if you have 2 gigs are dedicated to something else. So 46 gigs of usable RAM. Yeah.
No, so the iGPU is holding the 2 gigabyte of the RAM. So
right. Yeah.
It is 46
dedicated.
Usable RAM. Yeah.
Right. Oh man.
I tell you what I need. I need a motherboard that that handles 10th generation i5 processor. Because I bought one, but I don't have a motherboard.
You should be able to find one of those pretty easily.
You would think so.
Yeah. Well, on eBay, I guarantee it. I'm not going to guarantee it's going to work. But
yeah, or even arrive.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I'm a fan of the i5s because to me they're that sweet spot of for price is not much and you get enough performance. Unless of course you try to like play some AI.
Well, as long as you don't load Windows on them.
Well, that goes without saying.
Yeah, but I wanted to build a dedicated video rendering machine, and that was kind of like you said, I think that the i5 10th generation was kind of the sweet spot, and I got that. It was one of those used Amazon.
Oh yeah.
And it was, I think I got it for $100.
Not bad.
But now apparently it's like every car I've had some random. Oh, it's a 1990 Subaru Loyale. Well, good luck finding parts for it. Oh, look, it's an i5 1040 or 10400.
This is not an uncommon process. The i5 10th generation. It's there's a few of them around.
Are there?
Well, I mean, there's still people.
You've got the Canadian version.
Yeah, that's another fun thing. Like, then you look at the product number of something you're trying to find something. Oh, it ends in a CA. I'm screwed. 128 gigs currently. Holy hell!
Yeah.
There's the haves and the have-nots. I've got a a CPU. I don't even have any RAM. I don't even have a motherboard.
It plugs it into a grapefruit.
Oh, crap, dumbass. Sorry, now let's try this again.
So you need to create a passphrase for the Simplex desktop app, huh?
No, you can just say generate your own, but then it becomes harder to recover.
Well, it says you have to enter every time the app starts. It's not stored on the device. You will not be able to recover or change the passphrase if you lose it.
And that's how you know it's secure, when they tell you
Oh, yeah.
it's not recoverable.
But I mean, can't you just just nuke the app and download it again and
I'm sure. Yeah.
start the process over? All right. Well, Bitwarden, generate a password for me then.
Well, I'll just stop trying that then. Oh, man. Crikey, man. I will say I've never in my life imagined I would walk around my own house and smell pot as much as I do. And I'm not partaking.
That sounds terrible.
I know.
Your wife at it again, is she?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I even convinced her to buy melatonin / THC gummies to help her sleep. And you know what the problem was? They worked too damn good.
She had to go into a sleep study?
No. She would eat one, and it was like a microdose. It was like, 0.5 milligrams THC, whatever. She ate one, and for 10 hours, she was asleep. That's good, right?
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
Because
Can
typically
you send me some of those?
and then because typically she only sleeps like 4 maybe 5 hours a night. She's like, well, I only want to sleep for 8. Get a louder alarm. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, why didn't you wake me up when you got up? I didn't know it was my job.
Huh. Everything's my job. Shit. That's why I get paid for my. Oh man. I keep putting off this damaged vertebrae surgery, but I'm pretty sure by this time next year I have no choice. I got to get it done.
In your back?
My neck.
Yeah.
My neck and my back.
Yeah,
Get some of that for my cataracts.
I want to say from the very top, it's like 3 and 4 vertebrae down.
3 old white guys talk about their medical issues.
Yeah, where they want to fuse my disc. Yay!
Wait, what the hell is this? Incompatible version? Desktop app version 6.4.2.1 is not compatible with this app.
I will say,
I just downloaded it.
Oh, there was an update today.
I literally just downloaded it.
I will say when I did it, I had to start with the QR scanner close to the screen. If I went back and started in, it never would work right.
Well, did you use the app image or did you do the...
Oh, yeah, app image. I got the app image. Thank you for the file, Ivor.
Negative Ghost Rider. That's fun. Cool. Thanks, Simplex. I'm done with it. I'm going back to Voxer.
Let me see if I can check. I don't even know if I can check my version.
Maybe I need to maybe it's my app that actually needs to be updated. The fun part is I've got 4 different places where I've gotten.
I got 6.4.2 115
for the mobile or the
desktop.
Desktop. All right, let's see here.
I can look at the file name too, if that helps.
I got myself a file.
Yeah, the desktop doesn't indicate a version number. It's just desktop-8664 app image.
Yeah, that's what I see there too.
Yeah.
How did you find out what it was?
On the app, I got to go to the bottom left and then scroll all the way down.
Oh, on the app on your phone.
No, on desktop.
Yeah, but it's
Oh, if you can't log in, then yeah, it's kind of useless.
it's a chicken
Never
and
mind.
egg situation I got going
Yeah.
on here.
Oh man, the other day at work, we had a fire alarm drill. I swear that damn fire alarm is so loud it causes hearing damage. And then worst case, I'm on the 3rd floor, which is actually the 4th floor, and they have the fire alarms in the stairwells where you're in an enclosed space with concrete cinder blocks all around you, and it just bounces off the sound, man. Whew. I felt
Awesome.
my head rattling. And then
You said, "Oh, go for it."
do you want to hear the worst security you've ever seen in your life? Fire alarm. Everyone just goes out. No one scans their badge. Everyone just goes out. Okay. Then we go to the parking lot. And literally, as soon as you get to the spot you're supposed to be in, they say, okay, everyone back in. Then with everyone back in, there's 3 police officers standing at the doorway, holding the door open with nobody badging in as they come into the building. To which I said right in front of them, to them, shouldn't this be the time when you force people to badge in, so a terrorist can't just walk right in?
Put your
And they
hands
just-
behind your back, sir.
And they just looked at, no, man, come on now. Come on now. They're government employees. They ain't going to do nothing. I was
What
just,
you can do to me?
and then I walked in and I said something to my supervisor, and she said, yeah, you think if there was ever a time they would do it, it would be now, because somebody could easily walk in, get access, and because then they only have one more thing to go through. If they get through that, they have access to servers. And once they have access to servers, anything's possible. It's like, yeah,
You know where you can
They've
go
already,
and you
they've
can
already
get
got
access.
access to your servers.
Yeah, well, I
They
mean,
need it.
you can get access to servers. Just go to a restaurant. Nothing.
Mm-mm.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. I 3D printed this. This turned out really good. Ready? Not that. This. And that's a little like lock switch right there. Right there. Little lock switch.
A switchblade knife. What is that?
Yeah, holds together pretty good. Unlock it. Badang. Lock it. That's a ceramic blade. So it won't rust. I figured, what the hell. And then I lock it and it will not at all. You start to close. And then I just unlock it. Fold it. Boom.
Huh. Interesting.
Works like a charm, if only charms would work. And it was, really easy to print. There's a little lock. I can easily take it back apart. Yeah. Just works. It just, works like butter.
Nice.
Yeah. I like when I print something and it just does exactly what it said it would do and just works. And yeah, the blade's literally locked into where the blade will not fall out no matter what you do. And if you pop this little joint right here, you can then easily take the blade out, put a new one in.
So that's a ceramic blade?
Yeah, it's it's a T-style utility blade, which a lot of people use in like box cutters.
Yeah. Yeah, I recognize the blade, but I didn't realize that they had.
Well, I didn't know they even had ceramic when I started browsing. I said, wait a minute, why would I buy a ceramic blade? And I thought, wouldn't it shatter easily? And all the reviews were like, no, man, this thing's actually tough and durable and yada, yada, yada. Then I looked at it and it was like, it can't rust. I was like, hey, man, okay. I think I'm sold. Yeah. Just works. I like it.
I like it a lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like when
why?
I can print something functional that actually works. Because if that thing would accidentally cut my leg open, I'd be pretty pissed.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
My boy is obsessed with knives. He went to Armageddon thing. We call it Armageddon here, but it's like Comic-Con.
Oh,
our version of Comic-Con. So they had these knives. this knife seller there who was who was showing all these knives on display, and he found this Chinese thing that had a dragon on the handle. It looked really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Oh yeah, can I get one of those?" And he said, "Yeah, it's $60." He said, "Can I see it in the box?" He said, "No, we can't take it out of the box. You can only see the display model." Okay, so then he buys the knife anyway because he likes it. Spends $60 on it. Walks out the door, opens the box, and it's a piece of plastic crap. Basically, he has to pay another $10 to go back into the venue.
Exactly.
To go and approach you.
There are some scummy people, man.
Yeah,
ripping off kids.
So, yeah, he's just ripped off a kid. So, but
you sure it wasn't an American or an Aussie? I'm pretty sure it's a damn Aussie.
Bloody Aussies. Yeah, that's what the sort of thing they'd do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I was talking to somebody, and they didn't understand how Japan is like incredibly racist because, you know, Japan, and how Austria is so misogynistic. It's like off the charts.
Is it?
Yeah. Well, you know, with the nature of how they came established means they're not going to be the most civil people that ever existed. Just saying.
I thought the Austrians were a bit more relaxed than the Germans.
I mean, they definitely calmed down, but, you know, they're still, unnecessarily rude, I'll say. And yeah, I was even watching a, oh man, it was a TV show, an Australian TV show that she stumbled across called like Haven, something like that. But the actual actor was a Scottish actor who played the main character. He was a like a coroner type review guy, and he hinted a couple times about how, you know, the women here just don't get any respect. All you gotta do is show them a little bit of respect, and they just, you know, flounder all over you. It was a good TV series too. It died as soon as the COVID happened, and that killed a lot of good TV shows, I'll say.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Oh, he was in the horrible Fantastic Four movie.
Oh, Ewan Grufford.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah.
Ewan Grufford. He's Welshman.
Yeah. He's the kind of actor.
Harrow it was called.
Yeah, I really do like watching. And yeah,
he's a great actor. I
know, but even how he spells his name.
Forever.
I know, but even how he spells his name, I'm like, what the hell? I don't even know what to call him.
He was in Titanic. He was the lifeboat commander. Yep. And like, there's about 3 scenes where he's in there. He's always got a cup of tea.
Yeah, surprise. But yeah, he was in Harrow, Harrow.
Yeah,
a damn
good show. That. Yeah.
Oh yeah, really good. And I was pissed when I found out there's no more. Well, that sucks. Yeah, because the wife was watching Elsbeth on one of these, you know, hootsy tootsie new streaming services, and he was on it. I was like, it's him.
He ended up going through a nasty divorce.
Yeah, he did.
Some starlet or something.
I know, but he's handsome enough. Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah, he'd be right. But he hasn't worked for a while. I haven't seen him in anything.
Well, my wife said he was actually doing work, but overseas.
Oh, okay.
And he apparently loves
bamboo handies in Bangkok.
Yeah. And like apparently he loves doing stage work, which kind of makes sense when you see his acting style.
Yeah. He did another really good series called Forever, where he plays another coroner.
Yes,
but
exactly.
This time he's got some sort of thing where he dies, and if he dies, he comes back to life.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. He's been around for like 6,000 years or something. Yeah, I forgot about that one. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it sounds like a poor man's version of Groundhog Day.
Yeah. Got Judd Hirsch in it. Judd Hirsch plays the son.
Huh. Okay. And I'll say, SCJ, almost forgot. If you want to stream a game, just saying, I just stumbled across this game. Right now, it's free. It's brand new. It's free. And then in like 2 weeks, they're going to start charging money. It's literally called That One Otter Game. Let me see. That One Otter Game. Yep. And it's a online co-op, yada, yada, yada. And if you know anything about otters, it's that, they're like sickeningly cute. And the game tries to be sickeningly cute. Just saying. Yeah. Funny, nature, cute, adventure, local co-op are the tags in Steam. And if that doesn't bring people to your YouTube channel, nothing will. Oh, wait. Maybe cussing and showing skin might too. I don't know.
Hey, can I get you to have a look at my Plex issue?
Okay.
All right, pull your pants down, bend over.
Oh, is it the fact that the streaming thing? Did you try my settings in Handbrake at all?
Well, no. But what I want to do is set up a new server.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
And attach an external drive to it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to open up a text editor in root mode if you can. Do you know, like, do you have like gedit installed or LeafPad or any of them?
No, I don't think so. I can easily get one though.
Well,
what's a good one to use?
Well, just write text editor in your like desktop because you have a desktop on the device, right?
Well, I want to set it up on the laptop I'm using now.
Oh, okay. So what you need to do is basically you need to open up a file in etc/fstab, fstab, and what that does is you can enter a one-line entry and it will automatically mount any kind of drive at boot time, and it will be, as far as I know, indistinguishable from a network drive, a local internal drive, or a USB connected drive.
Okay.
Yeah, look up fstab.
But let me first do this and just say Plex X.
It probably what kind of computer is your Plex on?
It's an HP Elite Desk Windows machine. But
Windows machine.
I want to take it off that Windows machine because I don't want to use that Windows machine. And it's a really bad processor. But so I want to do is set up a new Plex server on my Linux laptop.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, fstab is it.
So what do I enter that in the terminal?
You need a text editor of some kind first, and you need to open that text editor in root mode. Okay,
text editor.
What is Windows even use? What is that? PowerShell? They don't have a. What's that? No.
You're on Windows?
He's on Windows.
No, I don't want to use Windows. I want to switch to Linux. I want to run it on my Linux machine.
Yeah,
but if you're currently using Windows, I can't help you.
No. I'm not using.
Throw it out the window.
The Windows machine doesn't.
Why are you using Windows? Stop using Windows.
Well, this is the problem. So if I try to set up a Plex server with a Linux machine, it won't recognize the external drive. Okay, so so what I need to do is install a.
The text editor just lets you edit the file in root mode. Okay, and here's a good lookup. Let me see here. Yeah, this is
if you're using Linux, it probably comes with Nano anyway.
It will come with one of them. The only question is which one, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Why don't I have a link? I should have a link right here. Export
text editor.
Copy text. I could share this, man. Because to automatically mount an external drive on Linux at startup, you need to edit the etc/fstab. They say you got to do a block ID command. You get the information. You do a sudo make directory. Yeah. Let me find a really good one. Plain English really helps a lot between me and you. Because when they try to talk like they're talking elites, it's really a pain in the ass. Oh, Endeavor OS. That's a good OS there, man. But you don't need it. Oh, man, this is a really good picturesque tutorial. That's what I'll say. The same things will apply no matter what Linux you're on. You basically, if you open that up, you basically put the USB drive in, you connect the USB drive, you then go through these steps. It will tell you what is the path to the hard drive, and that's the device path. So it'd be like /dev/SDA, whatever. And then when you run the other command, you can get the UUID. You set the permissions correctly by doing the when, and then you basically do the sudo LSS, and then they open up the FS tab and they copy those things that they got from the previous commands in, and then voila, every time you boot, it doesn't matter what happens. As long as that drive is connected, it will connect and it will appear like an internal drive. And that's what I always use.
Should I use GNOME text editor?
Yeah, it works fine.
Well, you probably have you probably already have a text editor.
Yeah, if you just hit your start menu and just type text, something should.
Yeah, there's a text editor here in the start menu.
Yeah, go ahead and hit that. Start it up. Let's see which one it is.
It's just regular text editor. It's just a
yeah. Is that the one?
Yeah.
Go to help.
It's got contents, keyboard shortcuts, or about,
which I can't see, but about.
Yeah, it's not showing up.
It's not showing on there.
So what does it say when you hit about?
A small and lightweight text editor. It's got a picture. It's got XED 3.4.5, and it's got a website link. That's it.
What's the website link?
It just says website. Go to the website link.
Very generic. It's all generic. It says website.
It's taking me to
what a website.
I mean, it looked kind of like
taking me to a GitHub.
Oh, XED.
Yeah, XED is what it is.
Then go ahead and just pull up a terminal, and then type sudo space XED. Enter.
Why don't you just nano the file?
It's easier to copy paste in a visual one.
Oh.
I mean, am I wrong?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, so now I have elevated privileges. It's telling me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's how you open up the FS tab, so you can have the correct access. And then, I sent the link there with the Endeavor OS tutorial going through FS tab, because you got to insert the drive, run the commands, get the information about the drive, like what it's called, basically copy that down, and then
What'd you send that information with?
it's in the YouTube chat.
Oh, okay.
Did you get the link that I put in the Ninja chat door?
Is it a handy thing?
No, it's my file.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Can you see it now? Clicking. Hitting stop. Save as. I do think I have yours from last week, Josh, but I can't remember. Yeah, I do. I see it right there. Never mind.
This makes no sense to me.
Show us your screen.
Sorry.
You stopped sharing.
Well, it's the same link. You basically start at the top, and the first thing you have to do is find out what your drive label is. So you insert the drive.
Yeah, I've got the drive already inserted.
Okay. And then it says right there to type the command LSBLK.
In your terminal.
in your
Not
terminal,
not in your text editor.
which is to list the block devices, LSBLK, and you see something that looks like this similar output.
Okay.
It's probably SDB.
And another handy trick, not bamboo handy, but a handy trick is if you copy and paste, if you have something on your clipboard, if you do a Control-Shift-V, you can copy it into the terminal.
Yes, I've discovered that. That's fine. Yeah.
So
LSBLK.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
And you should see a list that looks something like this.
Yeah, SDA1, SDA2, MCMBLK.
Can you easily identify which one is the thumb drive? If the answer is no, then all I do is unplug it and run the same command again and look at the differences.
Yeah, I've got a SDA. It's a top 3.6 terabyte disk drive. Hang on a sec.
So it is SDA.
3.6 terabytes? Is that what you said?
Yeah. I've got a 4 terabyte drive.
Okay. So with the SDA, do you see the 1, 2, the partitions?
Yes, it's got 2 partitions.
Okay. So one of them,
yeah.
One of them should be the actual partition, and the other one would either be like a swap or something.
Yeah, one's a 128 meg.
Right.
Single
so that's
drive,
one you don't want. So what is the number?
SDA2
of the one that's not that tiny one.
Yeah, this is the big one. It's
okay,
3.6
so SDA2.
terabytes.
So now we know it's SDA2. So then we scroll down. Now, after identifying the drive label, we need to make note or remember where we're going to do the mount at. Okay. So what I just literally say is, when you scroll down a little bit, and there's sudo mkdir/mnt, which is short for mount, / and then whatever you want to call it. So you can type in sudo space mkdir/mnt/ my drive or USB drive.
Plex storage or
yeah,
whatever.
So can you see that on my screen now?
Yep. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So you
space,
see it's SDA2. Sudo mkdir. Yep.
Yeah, make directory.
Space. Now you got to remember, whenever you're in here, tab completion is your friend. It lets you know if you're typing the right thing or not. So now I just do the / and then M and N and hit tab. That should automatically complete, and it does. So you know you're in the right area. So now you call it whatever you want to call it. You want to call it Plex?
Let's call it 4TB.
There you
drive.
go. Okay, now you can't
do
spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. This is Linux. This is Weenieville. No spaces. So then you hit enter.
Well, you can do spaces, but you don't want to.
Okay. Yeah, you don't want to. Okay, so now we have that made. No errors. Now we scroll down a little bit. You have sudo, you do the root. Okay, now, do you know your username and user group? Your name, you know, right?
Yeah, Ivatola.
Okay, give me a second here. It should be the same. The default group name is the same name as the user in most Ubuntu distros. I'm 99% sure. We're going to find out. Okay, so then
find out.
Yeah, so then type sudo space CHOWN dash space dash capital R space, start to type your username, then hit tab.
Yep.
Okay. Now backspace, hit a colon, 2 dots. Start to type your username again and hit tab.
Ivatola.
Okay, it's finished. So we know that's valid information there. Okay, so now space / MNT or MN tab. Bam, perfect. Yep. Now just type the letter 4 tab. Perfect. Okay, now wait. Perfect. Go ahead and hit enter. Okay, you already entered the sudo credentials, so there's a time limit where it won't ask you again, and we know that works because it didn't error again. Okay. Okay, now we're going to type sudo space chmod space -r space 744. This is
What's
setting up
744?
744. Okay, now everything in Linux is file based and number based. Okay, 744 is a unique combination of characters of numbers that equate to 3 levels of permission:
Permissions,
user
yeah.
permission, group permission, and everybody permission. 7 is the first character. 7 means you have access to everything because you are the owner, you are the user. 4, I believe, means read-only access. So anybody in the group who's not you only has read access, and everyone who's anybody else only has read access. But you have full-blown read-write access.
You need one more 4, I think, Ivor.
Not here.
Not here? No?
Nope. Then space, MNT, or /MN tab, /4 tab. Oh. There you go.
4.
Tab, and it should go back. Yep. Go ahead and hit enter again. Again, no errors. So we're definitely almost, we're literally almost there now. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Now, well, let's go ahead and type okay. Now we have to figure out the UUID. Now this is where it gets a little hairy. I'll see. Sudo space BLKID space / I believe now you got to type DE tab SDA2, right? 2 was the right one?
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Okay, go ahead and hit enter. Okay, see, so now we see that information about buyer. The UUID, you see how it starts with 6E? You need to copy that all the way down to the 7. So go ahead and click and highlight it if you can. Yeah, perfect. Control, Shift, and C, copy it. I just say right now, go into like the text editor and just paste it so you got it and you know it's there.
Okay. Where's my text editor? There it is.
Good.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, so now let's go back to the command prompt. Okay, we have the UUID. Okay, now here's where first thing we're going to do is the smart thing, which is to make a backup of our FS tab so we don't mess everything up. So now type sudo /cp. I'm sorry, sudo space cp. And cp is short for copy. Space /et, hit enter. I mean, sorry, not enter, tab. Hit up arrow once.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just push up arrow, then you're right there. So hit tab again.
Yep.
And it should, and now FST and hit tab again. Boom, we know that worked. Now space. So we're copying. The first thing is the original file. Now we're going to type in the destination file. So /et tab FST tab. Now go backspace and do .bkp backup. And really the extension means nothing. We just know BKP is backup. So go ahead and hit enter. And again, no errors. So we know it correctly copied that file. So if we mess it up, we can still bring it back. Okay. Now you have the text editor with the sudo access open, right? So go ahead and go to the file open menu. In the text
editor. The terminal and the text editor. All right.
In the text editor. Yeah. And go all the way up to the top directory, which is just /, and then you should see etc in the list.
Yeah. Let me show you what I've got on my screen. So there's the things, but so hang on. Hang on a sec.
All good. I get paid by the hour.
Screen.
Yeah, and I tried to explain to my oldest how I like doing this because it makes sure I knows what the hell I'm talking about. So yeah, so go all the way up because right now you're in your home directory. So
Yeah.
Go. You can either hit Alt and hit up arrow, or hit the little left arrow right next to the Ivor Tola Home. Okay, now do it again. Okay, now we're on the actual root directory, like the C drive. So now there's ETC. Go ahead and click that.
Which one? Sorry.
ETC.
ETC. Right.
Okay. Now you're already there. So now just start typing FST. And it should automatically jump down there. There it is. And you see the backups right there. So go ahead and double click it. Okay. And we see some data already there, which is perfect. So let's maximize this just so we can see what the hell's going on better, because this is a busy file. I will say that. Okay. So basically go all the way down to the bottom, hit enter, have a new line there. Okay. So now what you need to type is
Should I have the slash there?
If you put it there, then take it out.
Okay.
Yep. Type capital UUID, enter sign.
Equals.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes. Equals. Sorry. Brain.
Equals.
And then paste, because you should still have your UUID in your clipboard. But yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, now hit tab. So you create a space. Slash MNT. Slash. Now, do you remember exactly what you called it before? The 4TB
drive.
Yeah.
Yes, I do think that's exactly right. Okay, now wait a second. Hit tab again. Do you know what your file system is?
NTFS or FAT32. I think it's
well. If you
can you go back to terminal? Wouldn't it be in the?
I do think it is in that block device. So yeah. Just,
what does it say there?
Okay, so then what you need is oh man, is it FS?
Yeah.
Good.
FSDH, FS.
Yeah, you're right. DH. So yeah, so just type FS space dash DH. Oh no, back. No. I'm sorry. Back in the
Jesus
terminal.
Christ, Ivor, get it together.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
FS. Yep.
Take off your caps lock.
You don't have to yell.
Space
dash DH.
Dash DH.
I'm sorry. Yeah, dash.
Not slash. Dash.
Oh, dash. Sorry. Yep.
Yeah,
dash DH.
There you go.
Enter.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
What? Wait a minute. Just hold on tight. Hold on tight.
Yeah. Oh, mer.
I know. What is it? Okay. Type in LSBLK.
Yeah, there you go.
Dash F. Space dash F. Yeah, hit enter. So we can see, yes, it is NTFS.
Oh, it's NTFS.
Okay, so that's good. So now we're positive. So go back to your boobity boo and give me a second here to say.
Well, now I'm going to open my terminal.
Fun with Door and Ivor sorting out his Prex server.
Okay, yeah. So now we got to make sure that NTFS 3G is installed. So go back to your terminal, type sudo space apt space ins, and then hit tab, and it should autocomplete. Okay, NTFS tab, and hit tab twice. Yep, we need dash 3G.
Okay.
So you say dash,
G.
and then, yep, go ahead and hit enter. Yeah, this is the tool that will automatically read it. Following packages were automatically installed and now are no longer required. Who cares? So it's already installed. Yeah. You are behind in your kernel updates, but let's not worry about that right now.
Break that later.
Yeah, don't you?
I did one the other day.
You didn't, but you're fine. Okay, so now we know that's NTFS. So go back to your text editor thingy. Okay, now right here, type NTFS -3G. And then what I always type is another tab to create another space. Yep. Now just type RW tab 0 tab 0. Yep. So now save it. File save as, and it should save correctly because you opened it up as root. And yeah, go ahead and hit. So you could not save it. So you do not have permission. So you did not open this as root, which is fine.
Sorry.
It didn't count for some reason.
So I'll just copy that. Try reopening it again.
Well, go ahead and go back to your command prompt and try sudo space. Oh God, what was it called again, Josh? ED?
What's that?
The text editor. Was it EDX?
Nano? Oh no, it's I think I closed it because I have the same one.
I know my brain.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
There you
XED.
go.
XED. Yeah. So go ahead and go back to the terminal. XE tab. Boom. Yeah. Okay,
You
cool.
just put the D
Could be
in.
a D. Yeah, but now we know we're in the right. Yeah, everything's correct. So go ahead and hit enter. We could have done more, but that's fine. Okay, so now go back to the other text editor. And just because of what I want to do is I just want to make sure, okay, okay, so it ends there. I want to be sure. Okay, you have that whole line copied. So now go back to the other text editor and go file open. Yeah, copy it. Good. File open. You can hit the little arrow there, or like right where it says iRotala home and then the disk. Yep, etc. And start typing FST.
Just tab that one.
Yep, you got it. Open. Now go to the very bottom, paste. You got a hard return. And paste. Now do save. File save. Save. Now basically you close everything down and you reboot the device. And when you open up your file manager, you should automatically see in the file manager the disk there mounted and ready to be accessed.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, before you close that, can you do one more thing?
Mm-hmm.
If you do sudo there's just another way. Nano.
Mm-hmm.
NANO.
Yep. Space.
And now just go to that F tab again. So the / etc. And then the F tab.
Yeah. FST, hit tab and it should automatically complete.
Yeah. And then enter.
Yep. Perfect.
So now you're in the same spot without that text editor, and you can edit this file without
in the terminal.
Yeah, and you can see all your changes are right there. So it did take.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then to get out of this, you just do a Control X. Since you haven't changed it.
Yeah, because if you would have changed it, it would have prompted you.
Yeah, right. Oh, well, that's awesome. Okay, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. I will I'll just
So you don't know if it worked yet.
Yeah, when I reboot, I'll find out.
Yeah, it's fun. I think it's you start to get comfortable in the terminal and.
But if I try and set up a new server on this laptop, hang on, where can set up a new one? Where do I set up a new one? Manage libraries. Where do you do it? I did it the other day. I'll figure it out. But yeah.
Did you already reboot?
No.
Okay.
I'll reboot later and try it. I'm just trying to figure out where I can set up a new server on here.
Yeah. No. So what you do is you go back to your normal interface.
Yeah.
Not to this interface. So just you can click on the word Plex on the top left or hit home on the top left. Okay. Then you scroll down. You hit more.
Yeah.
And then on yours, I thought it was right there. But anyway, let me take a look at mine real quick.
I got to get going.
All right, man.
Oh, you can add. There's a plus button. You can add a new.
Yeah. There you go. There you go. Yep. And then you basically call it what you want and define the path.
And you know what? You can mount it without rebooting too. Okay, just go to.
Yeah, you can. It's Mount -A.
Yeah, and then the MT. But I got to get going. I wrote down a couple things for Title's door.
Cool, man. Where are they at?
No toasters in the bathtub. Josh likes unzipping things and bamboo handy, and that's all I got.
So Ivor, if you go back to the terminal real quick and just type sudo space mount.
Yep.
Space -A and hit enter. And it shouldn't error.
That's rude. Can't find an etc FS tab.
Can't find what? Can't find FS tab.
I can't find in /etc/FS tab.
Can you share your screen again?
Hang on.
Yeah, that makes no damn sense. Oh no, I'm sorry. Press up arrow. Backspace. -A. Not slash.
Oh, sorry.
All good. Mount is denied because the NTF file is already exclusively opened, which is okay. So it's already there. Just reboot it later.
Or just unmount it.
Is it sudo umount? I can never remember.
Well, you can just do it from the file too. On the GUI, just go to files, and then you can.
Yeah, if you open up your file manager, just right click it. Eject. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'll have a little up arrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
See, he knew it was an up arrow. Even.
There you go, right there.
Good man.
Yeah, just unmount that. Hit the arrow next to the Seagate. There you go. Right. Now I try that command again.
Yeah.
Cool.
Didn't error?
Nope.
Okay, so go ahead and close the files window and open it back up.
So your largest folder on there is porn. Okay, cool.
So, just so
Mhm.
there you go. It's not there.
Yeah, I don't see it. So when you type the sudo mount, what did it say? Just nothing and just return?
Yeah, just nothing.
Yeah, but it might not show it on there because now it's like it doesn't show your startup drive, right? So you can do the LS USB.
Yeah, LS USB, and it should tell you.
No, one word.
No space.
Yeah, one.
Should be at the bottom, right?
The fuck?
Wow, that's a hard one to read. Can you do DF?
Well, actually, just press the up arrow
There you go.
to the LS BLK, and it should show the mount point.
Keep going. Arrow
So
up.
just press enter. Oh,
No, arrow up. Arrow up. There you go. To the LS BLK.
Yeah, just keep going up. Yep. Bang, bang, bang. Going back in time. Love it.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Go ahead.
So it's just
Enter.
Just /F. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
And now you should see.
There it is right there.
There it is. For drive, you can see.
Cool.
So how come it's not showing up on my
Because it's not
store.
mounted as a USB, it's mounted as a drive.
Okay.
So it's like the same.
I didn't even see that. Okay, so yeah, go back to your files. I'm blind as a bat, man. Yeah, so basically just go to my computer, or go to your iBoard Taylor, go to the left arrow. Exactly.
There you
go.
go.
Yes, perfect. And go back up to the top again.
Go to the disk.
Go to disk, and then go to MNT.
Yeah.
Because now it isn't going to appear like that. It's going to appear here.
There it is.
There it is. Yeah, because Josh, you're right. It doesn't mount it as a drive, so it isn't there. It's actually putting it on your computer as if it is a native part of the file system. Now, what I will say is I don't put anything critical in that root folder on the 4 terabyte drive. I would then create a folder called like libraries, and then in there put TV or movies or whatever. I seem to have better success when I do that. Yeah, so now if you reboot, this should all be here again. And when you go to your Plex and say add a drive, it should be right there and work just like butter.
Wow, okay. Because I'm going to have to go through this again with my other drive, because this is just a test I did.
Right.
Because the other drive's currently being written to by another machine.
Right. Well, one of the gimmicks is then you want to take that entire FS tab file if you want and just copy it. Yeah. So then you have an idea of what it should look like in the end. So then all we got to do is figure out what's the UUID, where do you want the path to be, and is it NTFS? NTFS, to be honest, NTFS drives are perfectly fine when it comes to Linux. What I would say is, if it's how big of a drive is it? 4 terabytes?
Yeah.
Well, I've got an 8 terabyte drive as well.
Well, let's just say 4 terabyte drive, you don't want the drive to get more than like 3.8 filled. Or on the 8, you don't want it to go above like 7.8, 7.9. Because if you do, it will go to such a crawl, it will be crazy.
Okay.
Because
I've only got 1.4 terabyte left on my 8 terabyte drive.
Yeah. Because on like Windows, it like defrags in the background kind of thing. In Linux, it doesn't like to defrag. It likes to just put files where it thinks it should go. So you can't fill up the entire drive like you can on Windows.
Okay.
Which honestly, the benefit is it's a much quicker file system. Even though it's the same file system, but it's on Linux, it's faster because when it puts a file down, it just puts the whole file right there. Where on Windows, it always wants to take bits and pieces and move it all around.
Right. Oh, cool. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate that.
No problem. Bill's in the mail.
Can I add it to my bookmarks?
Can you tell I did tech support for years?
Oh, there it is. Yeah. You're great. Do I have to answer a survey now?
Stay online for.
Oh, yeah, but Josh, help me where I definitely stumbled.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
Josh,
it's good to have
what are
both
you
of
doing
you.
here?
I don't know. I gotta go.
Okay. I hope everything's good, man.
Yeah,
I got to go too. All
yeah,
right.
I hope it's good
Okay.
too.
Ending the stream now.
All right.